Hi guys, so I lost about 40-minute video there unfortunately, which sucks. And so here we are, I'm back streaming again, and I will get to getting all these things in order again. Yep, we got kicked out again. I am going up to 400 followers on Kick. Nice. So now I don't know, but
Did run their course. Oh, we fucking took everyone's money. We've sold this token that's never going to be anything. It's god damn it. Oh damn, it's run its course. Oh, fucking gets in his Lambo. Oh, it's just run its course, guys. Drives to his mansion. Or that teams will pivot into new ventures, mostly those outside of crypto and gaming. Yeah, go to wherever the next fucking cash cow is.
Yeah.
Quote, my guess is that most of them probably raised money in 2022, and this is just how long their runway has lasted. Yeah, I mean, exactly that. Unless they ran away with the money, some of them did. Robbie Young, CEO of investment and venture capital firm Animoca Brands, as well as CEO of crypto game The Sandbox, told the Decrypt. So yeah, he's in deep in The Sandbox. That's turned out to be a fantastic metaverse game that everybody's playing, right? It's definitely competing with Roblox and Fortnite. Venture capital funding in gaming has been dry for years, he added. Venture capital funding in everything gaming related has been dry for years. Not just venture capitalist funding as well. If you look at, like, there's charts out there where you can go and check this. I'm not going to go and pull one up for you now. I've shown it in other videos where it shows the outside investment or institutional investment going into the games industry, and it spiked massively around 2020-ish, 2020, 21, 22. And then it completely dropped off to the point where it's below previous spiked levels, to the stage almost nobody's investing in new video game studios. We all know that for years there was people like leaving big companies. I mean, Build a Rocket Boy is a perfect example of this. The company that made Mind's Eye, that absolute fucking joke. A lot of people at that time were leaving big companies like Blizzard's, Activision's, whatever it's going to be, Ubisoft, making their own company based on their name and their tenure within the industry. And VCs or companies like Nexon or NetEase, like these huge businesses, were giving them almost blank checks to make a studio and then make games, because they were investing in, okay, maybe this person is as good as we think they are. Maybe they can put something together and compete using the knowledge of being in the industry for so long. And how many of those companies are still around today? How many have closed down? How many MMOs have we seen from these people that were being funded by somebody else that's had the plug pulled on them? How many of these companies, how many of these people that took all this money have released something that's done anything? Very, very, very few. So if you look at venture capital funding or outside investment in the games industry, full stop right now, if you're not running a service that already is making money, nobody's going to invest in you right now. It's just not the time. The money's gone elsewhere, mostly into AI. Okay, what up, friendos? Welcome back. I figured it's a good time to just check in, see what's going on with the whole crypto world, and specifically the crypto gaming. In everything gaming related has been dry for years. Not just venture capitalist funding as well.
Nice warm lap.
If you look at, like, there's charts out there where you can go and check this. I'm not going to go and pull one up for you now. I've shown it in other videos where it shows the outside investment or institutional investment going into the games industry, and it spiked massively around 2020-ish, 2020, 21, 22. And then it completely dropped off to the point where it's below previous spiked levels, to the stage almost nobody's investing in new video game studios. We all know that for years there was people like leaving big companies. I mean, Build a Rocket Boy is a perfect example of this. The company that made Mind's Eye, that absolute fucking joke. A lot of people at that time were leaving big companies like Blizzard's, Activision's, whatever it's going to be, Ubisoft, making their own company based on their name and their tenure within the industry. And VCs or companies like Nexon or NetEase, like these huge businesses, were giving them almost blank checks to make a studio and then make games, because they were investing in, okay, maybe this person is as good as we think they are. Maybe they can put something together and compete using the knowledge of being in the industry for so long. And how many of those companies are still around today? How many have closed down? How many MMOs have we seen from these people that were being funded by somebody else that's had the plug pulled on them? How many of these companies, how many of these people that took all this money have released something that's done anything? Very, very, very few. So if you look at venture capital funding or outside investment in the games industry, full stop right now, if you're not running a service that already is making money, nobody's going to invest in you right now. It's just not the time. The money's gone elsewhere, mostly into AI, you'll notice. If there's more money to be made elsewhere and a lot of the stuff has failed, like you've invested in a different industry, games industry, crypto industry, why the fuck would they keep pumping the money in? It's not the time now. So this is just true. It's been dry in the entire space for a long time now. And it's mostly due to people's own problems, right? It's mostly due to the people that have been given the money, because if they made these great games and these things that were making a bunch of money, there'd still be more money coming in, but most of them wasted it and fucked it up for everybody else. Several other industry experts also told Decrypt that VC funding had started to disappear, resulting in a slew of games shutting down. Good. Beanie, the founder of GM Capital, said that all trust is gone between investors and game makers due to a history of developers changing the terms post-investment, such as increasing the total token supply. Ooh, who'd have thought? Criminals criminaling. Beanie said he's now more cautious when making gaming investments. Oh no. Crazy that the criminals are doing criminal activities and stealing money from people who gave them money. Theodore Agranat, director of Web3 at Off the Grid, maker Gunzilla Games. Off the Grid's probably one of the only crypto adjacent games that's done anything in recent years, and that game is on Steam. It's got a consistent number of players. It's the only one I ever see anyone talking about as like, oh, it's a successful crypto game. But there's like no crypto engagement at all from the people playing on Steam. Like, you wouldn't even know it's a crypto game unless you looked into it. Like, it's just a normal battle royale game, a janky early access one, no doubt. But unless you like go looking, you won't even know that it's involved. Like, so is that a successful crypto game when the crypto element is so hidden from people playing it as a game that they don't even know it exists? Like, how can you champion something where it's like, oh, this is successful and it's a crypto game, when it's successful in spite of the cryptocurrency thing? Like, they don't even know it's there. So how is it a successful version of what they think a crypto game is supposed to be that's utilizing this thing?
A computer
Makes no
crash.
fucking sense at all. The whole situation was fucked because even if you had a good VC, their limited partners had this thesis that crypto companies should have twice the return in half the time of a regular fund. I mean, is this fucked? Because that's how investment works in general. If you're going to invest money in something that's riskier, you expect the risk to pay off quicker and bigger. Otherwise, why would you not invest in something that's traditionally safer? Like, that's how they're going to see this, of course. Why would they not? They wanted these redonkulous returns and had no patience. Traditionally in crypto, that's kind of the case, though. The game industry veteran and former CEO Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow shuttered the Mystery Society, told Decrypt towards the end of 2023, mid-2023, crypto funds stopped deploying and writing checks. I mean, why is it every one of these motherfuckers that's giving quotes is like, from failed company, from failed project, here's why we failed. Oh, it's somebody else's fault. It's not us that spent the money and had to make the thing. It's somebody else that stopped giving us money. Why every time after the blurb after, who are you? Oh, fucking failed. I failed to make this thing. Was it your fault? No, mate. It was his fault over there. Yeah, of course. Game development is indeed a tough business, even outside crypto. True. With massive games like Wonder Woman, Kingdom Hearts, Missing Link, and a new Titanfall game all getting cancelled this year. When adding crypto to that already fractured equation, you're also attracting profit-hungry investors and putting your failures on a more public stage, thanks to many crypto developers building in the open as a way to attract investment and community support. This is a good point. I actually agree with this by and large. This is a good point. I think this is true in normal gaming as well. If you develop in the open, you are going to invite, you're doing it for one purpose. It's like Ashes of Creation, you're doing it to raise money and to keep like the backers happy, but you are also, and also potentially for investment or investment from the public, you are also taking on more risk, and you are also taking on the negatives that come with that, such as people being able to criticize what you're doing, and people seeing a game that they're maybe not going to play for 6-7 years down the line, and then not being interested in it by the time it's done because they've just seen too much from it. Yeah, this is true. It just is what it is. Heatherly explained that the Mystery Society had, quote, one of the bigger audiences in Web3, probably botted. You know, I'm not making accusations, but I've never heard of this thing. What the fuck was the Mystery Society? I mean, what the fuck was this? It's playable. Rundown. The Mystery Society rundown.
Meets Clue.
I don't know if I can even play this because it's got music in the background. I should probably pause that video, but you know.
You really think grown men are gonna play a game like this? You fucking idiot!
Would anybody invest in this as a
fucking idiot? I was surprised when they do Don't Starve Together or whatever. But yeah, that was probably a good enough game for grown men to play. But do you really think grown men are gonna play this game about Among Us except it's Clue? This looks fucking terrible.
Pause that video, but you know. Why would anybody invest in this as a Web3 game? Like, what are you buying the NFTs as like the avatars or whatever? Who'd have guessed this would fail, right?
This game is not loading.
He claims the investors did not care about any of this. They had apparently strong underlying metrics such as early player retention. They claimed that the investors didn't care and rather told him to grow his social media accounts, pay for influencers to promote the game, and other phony baloney bullshit. I mean, I can't really say anything about this because I don't have access to that information, but fair enough. Investors did not care about the game. When did they? They care about money. They care about return on investment. Like, that's literally, yeah, I mean, that's common sense. The Mystery Society shut down in February due to lack of funding. I mean, make a good product and people will give you money for it. It's very simple. Like, why do you need investors if your game's good? If all of these metrics were so good, if you had one of the bigger audiences and the strong underlying metrics of early player retention, if that's good, why can you not make money to pay a small... Bro, how was that game I just looked at so expensive that if you had good early player retention, you couldn't support developing it? You're not making fucking GTA 6, are you? Like, it surely can't be crazy money to run that game, to develop that game. So I'm gonna guess you didn't have great player retention, and if you did, they didn't want to give you any money for it because it wasn't a good enough product. Maybe you wasn't monetizing it properly. Young told Decrypt that Web3 investment funds have moved to being token first rather than wanting equity in the game. Traditional VC firms, he explained, usually invest with a 5-year window to exit via an IPO, initial public offering. However, as this is rare in gaming, let alone crypto gaming, these funds are instead eager to see crypto games launch tokens so they can exit their investment. Who'd have fucking thought? They're in it for the money. Crazy. For many game developers, this was further down their roadmap, so it presents an issue of bringing the token generation event, the TGE, forward when maybe the game/community development isn't mature enough yet. This approach offers a new set of challenges. However, as crypto gaming tokens have struggled just as much as game development this year, I don't want to... I think this is such a fucking incorrect thing to say. Crypto tokens have struggled just as much as game development this year. No, it hasn't. The games industry is doing great. The games industry is doing fantastic. It's only like the really big companies that are laying people off, that are always laying people off because money's moving elsewhere in the industry. It's not that the games industry is doing bad. It's not that game development is doing bad this year. It's that everything lags behind by years in any form of software development, and a lot of companies hired too much in 2020, 2021 during the lockdown era, and now they're paying for that. Now they're having to fire people. Now they're having to axe products that realistically they shouldn't have been working on in the first place. They got too big because they thought, because these are record-breaking years, they're all going to be record-breaking years in the future. We're just seeing that now, like for the last couple of years, and then it's going to go back to normal. The games industry is still making good money. It's not the end of the world, So the idea that crypto gaming tokens struggled just as much, no, they struggled the most. They struggled to the point where they fucking died, whereas the games industry is still doing okay. At the time of writing this, there are no gaming tokens in the top 150 coins by market cap. Wow, that's fucking crazy. According to CoinGecko, and only 2 amongst the top 200. I wonder which ones they are. Immutable's IMX token, which sat in the top 100 coins earlier this year, has plummeted in value by more than 85% over the last 12 months. And despite running a strong gaming off the grid with a passionate fan base, Gunzilla Games' Gun token is down 89% from its all-time high in March, as of December 15. I mean, that makes sense because I don't know what the fuck Immutable... I know what Immutable is, but which big record-breaking games that have crossed over into the games industry are they running? None. Doesn't exist. And again, Gunzilla Games that run off the grid, nobody playing that game that isn't a crypto bro knows or even cares about that thing existing, so no. Fair enough. Tokens aren't just investable, people don't trust them, and for good reason. True. The VC payback is via tokens. The public isn't valuing tokens anymore, even from established projects that once had baseline valuations in the hundreds of millions of dollars for any half-decent app or game. It's almost as if this shouldn't have been the case, and now you're coming back down to reality, to where the rest of us live. VC investing in any semi-credible team, a valuation of $20 million to $50 million seed, which is pretty standard, was an easy win. Now it's a 90% loss base case. Yeah, I mean, you just can't steal money from the public anymore by telling them this is the next greatest thing, and if you invest in this crypto token, you're going to become rich and it's all going to go great. It's never happened. Equally, this token first approach applies unwanted pressure to the developers. Don't fucking do it then. Crypticrux, what a great name. Really trustworthy. Crux. Co-founder of Fractional Uprising Studios, which developed the now iced game Open Season. Oh yeah. Get another failed fucking game developer in to give his opinion on why the failed game happened. He previously told Decrypt that adding a token into the mix was, quote, a fucking nightmare. He said that he split the team's attention between developing the game and supporting the token's price, all while being shouted at by players and retail investors alike. Furthermore, meme coin launchpad Pump Fun has completely changed the landscape for tokens, with the attention span of investors dropping as more short-term gain opportunities flooded into the market. Pump Fun's a whole different fucking kettle of fish. I don't even want to get into that. It's such a mess. I've got an unreleased video that was made for the main channel on Pump Fun and just some of the crazy stories that happened around that whole website. Don't know why I never posted it. It's just sat on my hard drive. Probably should at some point. But that's one of the worst things. If you think the crypto industry is bad and that all the stories you've heard are bad, Pump Fun basically takes all those things and then just makes them like 10 times worse. It honestly represents the worst in the entirety of humanity. It's fucking terrible. Heatherly said that both venture capital funds and retail investors had lost interest in a long-term crypto gaming token. All they wanted was the next buck coin that would post insane daily gains. Yeah, of course. Everyone wants to fucking pop a Elon strong arms Inu fucking Shiba coin that's going to turn them into a billionaire overnight, of course. Just realistic crypto industry stuff. Now that meme coin fervor has cooled down, funds have flowed into new narratives. Agranat from Gunzilla Games believes AI and real-world assets are two asset classes that are currently taking attention and capital away from crypto gaming. I mean, AI is taking capital away from everything. AI is ruining the world in many ways. If you're a gamer, it's ruining your ability to fucking purchase anything going forward for your gaming PC, your new phones, your smart fridge, your fucking console, whatever it's going to be, your SSDs. You're just getting cooked by AI, like big time. You're just in the cupboard peeking out. Can I have some RAM? No. Fucking AI's having sex with your wife in the corner. It is what it is. This can also be seen with multiple crypto game studios pivoting to AI projects, one grift to another, one of which said it was due to funding issues. Yeah. Ultimately, both venture capitalists and retail investors have grown fatigued by poorly performing crypto gaming investments and have opted to put their money elsewhere. Yeah, go buy real games, play real games. You'll be better off for it. Stop investing in crypto games, you fucking moron. In doing this, crypto games have crumbled under their own weight and gamers have been left in the dust. The makers of crypto trading card game Splinterlands created the Crypto Gaming Recovery Fund for abandoned players to attempt to claw back some of the value of their now useless crypto assets. The project assigned $500,000 worth of crypto tokens and assets to the fund, calling upon other projects to join the campaign. However, no major projects joined in. Dearie me, of course. Other games such as Dead Drop left players with no easy way for players to be refunded. Why would you be refunded? You bought something. You bought into the supporting the development of a game. It stopped developing.
It wasn't
even
out
shit
yet.
Out of luck. Back in early access, back a Indiegogo or a Kickstarter. Are you going to get your money back? No, of course. Who's going to get your money back? What? How? If they've spent it? Where's your money coming from? Just don't buy these things. Who fucking told you it was a good idea, other than the people who were going to make money from it, to buy NFTs for a crypto video game with zero precedent for success? No proof, no fucking foundation of a success in this industry ever. And then some guy who wears a fake mustache and a fucking wig shouting into a camera tells you, oh yeah, I'm making a game. You've never made a game. You worked as a level designer and a community manager for Call of Duty for a while at Sledgehammer Games or whatever. This person, this fake persona on a camera tells you they're making a game with no experience whatsoever, using unprecedented technology with no evidence of success in the industry ever, and you go, oh yeah, that's a good idea, here, I have my money, and then you expect a refund. No, you got what you deserve. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You don't get a refund. You fucking pissed your money away immediately. Fortunately, some community members are able to force their banks to refund their NFT purchase, claiming that the studio didn't deliver what was promised at the time of sale. Good. If you can get it, cool. But you shouldn't be able to get a refund. You knowingly spent that money. You knowingly wasted that money because you wanted access to something that was shit, with a promise that someday it'll be good or that you'll be able to make more money from it. You agreed it. Financial loss is one thing, but some crypto players bought into these assets with the promise of being part of the development process and joining a burgeoning community. For some, it felt like a one-sided breakup, ripping away their feelings of belonging and habitat. Everything was lost. Oh no. Many people use video games as a form of escape, and when you find a game or gaming universe to immerse yourself in, you do so out of passion. A content creator and fan of Dead Drop, May Reynolds, told The Crypt, when that game or story comes to an end, you not only lose the game, but many times the friends and community that you made through it. Just add them to your friends list. It's all right. I agree this part does suck. I'm not going to make fun of this part. But at the same time, you'll find them in a different game. Go play fucking one of the many games that have got good communities that already exist. Go play PoE, go play Warframe, go play WoW, go play one of these games that have been around for so long that you can join a community and you can make friends and they can go with you to other games. Like, don't do it in ephemeral games in the crypto world. It leaves a void in your life beyond just not having your game to play anymore. It's like losing part of your everyday life in so many ways. There we go, perfect way to end it all. Not in that way. That being said, I found this funny. I found this specific section of the website funny as fuck, and I found it hilarious. They couldn't find not a single morsel, not a shred. They couldn't even force themselves to put a single game that they were even remotely like, maybe we're a crypto website. Let's just force ourselves to put one game on there, just one, slip it in at the end, and just tell everyone like, oh yeah, this one might be okay. Couldn't bring themselves to do a single one. Fucking embarrassing, absolutely embarrassing, and I'm here for it. This is
dead?
gold.
I'm dead.
Either way, check out this article if you want. Link in the video description, and yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully,
No idea what happened.
see you on the next one. I'm just here for the collapse of crypto gaming. It's just delicious. And check the links if you want to support me. Come join the Discord. Let me know if there's some content you want to see me cover. And also buy game subs.
Look, I own a garage right by the stash house.
I get kickback. Win-win for everybody. And I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Peace.
Do you guys remember when we heard that account of some briefing happening and then some member of the cabinet or someone leaves the room with an ashen look on their face? And then we thought that something was going to change, and then it didn't. And from what I read, it really feels a lot like
Oh, wow.
this is a person that will do anything to you. This is a person you fear. And so part of me is wondering, is this why they're all going along with it? Is this why? Are they all fearing for their lives? I'm just going to throw out a couple of examples from Sasha Riley. He's a child, by the way, through all of this. His parents began trafficking him when he was 5 years old, 5 or 6 years old. And then he transitioned into the circuit, specifically for these people that we know about, when he was 9, till he was 13.
Dead.
There was one occasion where it was him and another child being filmed. And by surprise, someone entered the room and the other one.
This is bumming me out.
While he was engaged with that other child for filming purposes. This is a true account because later on, he's an Iraqi war veteran, by the way, decorated. This comes to light while he's in Iraq because another member of the armed forces is found with CSM. And the people who found it said, "This looks a lot like you. Is this you? It's you and this black girl." "Yes, it's me." And he told them all then exactly what happened, who was involved, all of the players, and nothing happened. So the footage exists.
Wow, this gun's powerful.
The court-martial or whatever of the other guy for possessing that material exists. That's been corroborated, right? So that's one thing. On another occasion, when he was 12 or 13 years old,
what?
He is told by his adopted father when they get to one of these farms that these things happen at, he is told by his father, "You and this other girl, other child, you guys go have fun. Go have fun. You're adults now. You can go have fun." So they had engagements before when they were at a brothel that they were sent to when they were children. They find a room and they start to engage with one another. While they are engaging with one another, several men burst into the room, the girl in the stomach, and they start to beat her to where they had beat her so badly she couldn't breathe, and she was begging for them to. And he started talking to her, saying, "Look at me, don't look at them," and then they started arguing with each other over why they did it in this location, because now there's blood all over the bed, and they started to debate over whether they should just put sheets over the bloody bed. Now we gotta buy a new mattress. And this was a precursor to you know who coming in and doing what he would do to Sasha. When he was younger, another episode he had with the same person, who you know, who is going to great lengths right now to cover all of this up, he tortured and killed a bunch of puppies as a precursor to their engagement. And it is Sasha's reasoning later in life that he thinks that this was all part of the abuse, because this particular person that we all know would imagine ways that he could make the experience as terrible and brutalizing and traumatizing as possible. So the moments surrounding it have to be as bad, so they never forget it. He even personally admits to doing a mercy of another girl that he had been in the circuit with for a while. Doesn't sound like a lie to me. He remembers Jim Jordan at one event where, so there were fighting events too. His adoptive father, Sasha's adoptive father, was in this circuit, and he would bare knuckle brawl for these very wealthy people's entertainment. And he had taught Sasha to fight and to wrestle. And there was an event where his adoptive father, in a room of 25, 50 men, said, whoever can pin Sasha down can do whatever they want to him. Jim Jordan, who was apparently not much older than Sasha at the time, he was 18, was able to pin him. And he beat him within inches of his life and sexually assaulted him. Jim Jordan has a wrestling background. The people that he remembers are people that he remembers for various reasons, but Jim Jordan and the guy we all know, he especially remembers because they scared him. These were people that he identified as being worse than his parents. And if they're worse than his parents, that means that they could him. And on that topic, when they were killing girls in front of him, on various occasions they said to him, don't worry, you're safe because you're a boy. Boys are harder to come by. Girls are a dime a dozen. He remembers seeing Clarence Thomas at these events. He doesn't remember if Clarence Thomas ever did anything to him, but he remembers that he was there because, for a couple of reasons. One, he was the only black man attendee he ever saw. And when he was appointed to the Supreme Court, he remembers
Is this how they got
his
SCOTUS?
father was very excited because this was a person who was big time and powerful now, because this is a lifetime appointment. He just remembers that his stepfather said this was a lifetime appointment. This is a big deal. This feels very consistent to me because these are, remember, you can't explain why you remember these random things, but you remember them in this context. You remember seeing Lindsey Graham. The reason he remembers Lindsey Graham at these events was because he remembers his father making fun of him for being gay, and that someone else told him you shouldn't do that because a lot of these men are gay or bisexual. So that's just something that stuck out in his mind. I think that Jeffrey Epstein was just in the business of procuring. The rest of this was very much intended to satiate a bloodthirst. Very specific. Sasha says that he thought that the guy we all know very much enjoyed seeing the effect the torture had on the person. He liked to watch the look on Sasha's face, for example, when they took someone's life in front of him, another child. And this is consistent with another victim's account that I remember, where she said that he had remarked that he likes to watch the light leave their eyes. He loves a virgin because he likes to see the light leave their eyes. This is far worse than you could imagine, like I said.
What you're looking at right now is deep red Kansas. That's right, protests are erupting all across the country right now as more and more people are waking up to the depravity and horrid nature of ICE and the Trump regime after the violent killing of Renee Nicole Brown in Minneapolis just last week, and more ICE brutality showing up throughout the weekend. Protests are occurring all across the country, but I think it's important to highlight these amazing Americans who come out to support their community and neighbors in deep red states like Kansas, but there is so much more. So be sure to stick around until the end of the video to hear all about it, and don't forget to leave a like on this video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. It really is the best and easiest way to show your support, and hey, it's free, so do us a favor and hit that button, and let's get into it. All right. Here is a video from a protest in Traverse City, Michigan. Traverse City, Michigan, by the way, has a population of just 15,000 people, and yet there are hundreds, if not thousands, of Americans in small town Michigan, swing state Michigan, out on the streets protesting this horrid administration, and it is just brilliant to see. Like, genuinely, the guts on these people is astounding and something every American should be very proud of. This just goes to show that community is the most important thing we have, right? Like, coming together, we as a collective America, we want to protect our friends and family and neighbors. We are not as selfish and individualistic and secluded as our social media algorithms and campaigns and those in power would make us believe. We like to be with other people. We like to come together as community, whether that be to protest these awful, awful things or to just be together in the first place to, I don't know, see a movie or go to a potluck, right? These are the same natural instincts that humans have, but we also want to protect one another from these horrid forces that are currently at work. We want to be with other people standing up for what's right. Right? And we are stronger together as a collective. It's just amazing to see, but that's not all. Here is Black Mountain, North Carolina. Again, here we see small town, rural America, red state, hundreds of people outside exercising their constitutional First Amendment right to gather and protest. And these protesters, they aren't leftist, woke, Antifa, radical, blue hair, whatever conservatives will have you believe about what a leftist is, right? But no, these are retirees, right? They're taking to the streets and parks to make their voices heard, right? Demographically speaking, these are the people who should be, you know, the solid conservative, you know, vote red, MAGA, red wave people, but they're not. Right? This should be the base of the GOP, but the Republicans and MAGA are bringing out amazing people like this out of the woodwork to come together as communities to say no to these violent attacks on our democracy and fellow citizens. And we see it right here. And I'm seeing people online here trying to claim that this is like an own that a bunch of old white ladies are protesting, like this is like a bad thing for liberals. But do you know how bad MAGA and the right have to be for people from across all generations, across all ideological spectrum, protesting just how much you suck? Like, this is a huge warning sign for all of MAGA to start shaking in their boots and realizing that they have lost the popular mandate, right? And that the people and the American population is no longer on your side, whereas they may have been last November. Here is Columbus, Ohio, joining in on the nationwide protest that we've been looking at spreading across the country. Again, Ohio, another red state, right? Used to be a swing state, purple state, went for Obama, but has went to Trump for the past 3 times. It's a red state at this point. And do you see the pattern here, right? People, all walks of life, across this ideological spectrum, all ages, all races, all genders, all towns, all ethnicities, right? People are coming out in droves from everywhere, wherever they are. Right? Doesn't matter if they're in rural, small town America or urban metropolis, they are coming out to protest this corrupt and just disgusting evil administration. And it's just so amazing to see. Here is another clip from a protest in Houston, Texas. Yep, we're going to Texas, folks. Let's take a look. Texas. Texas, above all places, Texas, the bastion of loving guns and conservatives and capitalism, the great red, white, and blue-blooded state of Texas. And yet, what do we see? We see people out on the streets. The times really are changing here, right? Because more and more people are getting out of their homes and onto the streets because of the killing of Renee Nicole Good. I think that was a switch for a lot of people, right? A light bulb moment. People saw this innocent, kind woman get shot by these Gestapo thug lunatics, and Americans could see not only themselves, but their neighbors, their loved ones in Renee Good, right? We all know that mother or sister or neighbor or friend or colleague or coworker who would go out protesting like this, and then to see what happened to her and picture that person that we know, right? Because we all know people like Renee Good, and we all saw what we saw, and it made people angry and upset, and it made people come together as a community to speak out, to show their disdain for these practices, right? These things that these ICE agents feel so comfortable doing. It's not okay, and people across the spectrum, Ohio, North Carolina, Michigan, wherever, they're coming out in droves to say no.
No KKK, no wise.
And that right there was just St. Petersburg, Florida. I've been there myself many times. I've traveled up and down the state of Florida, all around, in between, in the middle, everywhere. I have so much family across the state of Florida, and I know that Florida it's got a lot of Trumpers, but it's also got a whole lot of people who despise the guy. Florida is becoming more and more conservative year over year, and yet here we see groups of Americans coming together in Florida, of all places, to protest. This storm is not slowing down anywhere, including in Knoxville, Tennessee. No peace, no justice, no peace, halfway citizenship, halfway citizenship, halfway citizenship, halfway citizenship, halfway no peace, halfway no peace, no peace, no justice, no peace, no justice, no peace, no justice, no peace, no justice, no peace. That clip goes on for another like 30 seconds or so, just more and more people, by the way. And that's in Tennessee. We've also seen protests in major cities across the nation: LA, New York, DC, Chicago, and of course, Minneapolis. I think it's important to showcase not only these large-scale protests happening in the major cities, but also the smaller-scale ones, right? The ones happening in small-town, rural America with, dozens or hundreds of people versus the tens of thousands that we see in the larger cities, because it shows that people are showing up wherever they can to speak out, right? And that's what really is important. And MAGA and the right-wingers, they can't cope with that fact, right? That all of these people are out on the streets because they want to be there, right? Defending their fellow citizens and their neighbors and their friends, right? Because they see themselves as something larger than life, right? It's a community that's bigger than just themselves. It's something important. Like, here's this Twitter post from a user who claims that the New York City protest against ICE was funded by a Chinese communist. And we've seen this before, right? With people from MAGA who say that it's Joe Biden or George Soros or these elites funding these protests and paying these protesters. But in reality, this is community. It is neighbors coming out together on the streets, not because of a paycheck, but because they want to be there. They love their country, and they're seeing the depravity occurring at the hands of the Trump administration, and they want to say something about it. And to me, at least, it says a lot more about you than the protesters if you think that they're getting paid. Just saying. But Americans are rising up, just for the reason of defending our democracy and standing up to these losers, right? People from all across the country, from Tennessee to Kansas to New York City to LA, right? People are showing up and showing complete acts of bravery by protesting in these deep red states like Kansas and Tennessee, or in small towns where their neighbors might be conservative or MAGA, but they're still going out showing what really matters to them. And it's great to see, and there will be. But I think that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end of the video. I really appreciate it. If you liked what you saw, leave a like down below and subscribe. It really is the best and easiest way to show your support, and it's free. So do us a favor, subscribe to the channel, and have a nice day. Goodbye.
The political earthquake overnight with word that the Department of Justice is investigating, has launched a criminal investigation into Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve. They say it's over potential testimony he gave over renovations to the Federal Reserve building. But Powell, in this extraordinary video statement, says it's something about completely different. He says this is about the Fed's independence, so the Federal Reserve's ability to raise and lower interest rates independently from political winds. Here with us now is CNN chief data analyst Harry Enton. So Fed Chair Jerome Powell talks about Fed independence, right? How important do the American people think that is?
Very, very. And I'll just say, to quote the movie Tootsie, this is one nutty hospital, this back and forth. My goodness gracious. They think it's incredibly important that the Fed acts independently of Donald Trump, and they think it's best for the economy. We're talking about more than 2/3 of adults, 68%, 91% of Democrats, 75% of independents, and even 41%, 2/5 of Trump's base thinks it's important that the Fed acts independently of Trump for the best of the economy. So when you get 41% of Republicans and 91% of Democrats agreeing on something with 75% of independents, you know it is a popular position. The bottom line is the American people vigorously disagree with the President of the United States on this. They want a Fed that acts independently of him because they think it's best for the economy.
So the Trump administration very clearly, to an extent, picking a fight with Jerome Powell, a clear political fight, which has been at play for months, and now perhaps a legal fight as well. Who do the American people sort of pick in that fight?
Donald Trump is losing the political fight to Jerome Powell. I mean, you could just see it right here. Net approval rating per Gallup in December. Trump comes in at negative 23 points on the net approval rating. Way, way, way underwater. Jerome Powell, not the most popular guy in the world, but at minus 3 points, he's actually the most popular guy that Gallup polled of any of the politicians, any of the folks in government. He is far more popular than Donald Trump.
When it comes to the economy in general, how's the president doing it?
Yeah, I think this is, of course, a big portion of it, right? It's not just about the cuts. It's also about the economy. And you look at Donald Trump's net approval rating on the economy. He started off at plus 6 points. You go back a year ago, that was the reason why he won a second term in the White House. Look at this now. He is now 19 points underwater, swimming in the deep blue sea. That is a drop, John, of what, 25 points in just a year's time.
President Trump has made crystal clear that he wants lower interest rates. You know, the Fed Chair Jerome Powell is suggesting this entire criminal investigation is over the president's desire to get lower interest rates. What do the prediction markets think about whether they will get lower interest rates?
No, it's not going to work for Donald Trump. Take a look here. The chance that the Fed Reserve maintains interest rates in January, 94%, despite the threats from Donald Trump. It seems that Jerome Powell, the prediction markets think, will hold his ground along with the rest of the Fed.
Welcome back. 33 past the hour now. Former Congresswoman Mary Peltola, a prominent Democrat in the traditionally red state of Alaska, is launching a new Senate campaign.
It's not just that politicians in D.C. don't care that we're paying $17 a gallon for milk in rural Alaska. They don't even believe us. My agenda for Alaska will always be fish, family, and freedom. But our future also depends on fixing the rigged system in D.C. that's shutting down Alaska while politicians feather their own nest.
As the New York Times notes, Peltola's entry is the final puzzle piece of the Senate recruitment map for Democrats, who need to flip 4 seats this fall to claim a majority. The party has picked up top recruits to take on Republicans in Ohio, North Carolina, and now Alaska, but still faces intense primary contests in states like Maine, Iowa, and Texas. Chris Matthews, give us your take, please, on these candidates the Democrats are now running in these very key states.
Yeah, it's a great reporting here. First of all, I think the Democrats are poised now to pick up 30 seats in the House. I do that based upon the margins they've been pulling off in these recent elections, 13-point pickup beyond what the expectations were. That was true of all the states, including Tennessee and Miami and everywhere else. I also think that if you look at Roy Cooper and you look at Sherrod Brown, it looks like they can win those states. They can win probably. The time has probably come for Susan Collins to check out. I think you can only get away with being the wrong person in the wrong state for so long. I think she's going to have to lose up there, just like Bobby Casey lost. Sometimes you just run out of time for your candidacy. And so I think the floor, if this one in Alaska is real, it's real, because Ford's was, as you said, John, that's enough to win the Senate. I think it's going to make it interesting that the Senate is up for grabs. It'll make everybody covering both houses a lot more excited about the prospects. But right now it looks like the short thing, it looks to me, is a pickup of 30 seats in the House.
Yeah, but Democrats certainly bullish about the chances in the House. They know the Senate will be harder, but they feel better with these candidates. Credit to Leader Schumer. Many Democrats tell me for bringing in this field. Of course, this is Senator Sullivan's retirement seat. Lisa Murkowski still there. Stepping away. It's his seat. This will be for taking on him. Murkowski, of course, still there. Chris Matthews, thank you as always. Let's turn now back to the legal questions surrounding the fatal ICE shooting.
In our politics lead today, it was something of a down-to-the-wire decision for Texas Democratic Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett to run for re-election to her House seat or shoot for the U.S. Senate. The Congresswoman announced her bid for Senate on Monday, joining an already somewhat crowded Democratic field. Joining us now is Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. So congratulations on your announcement. Your official announcement is just a video of you and an image of you while insults of President Trump of you play in the background. Why that decision? I mean, one of your opponents, Tallarico, he had a video, him with constituents, him with Texans. Why you solo?
Yeah, so there's a couple of things. Number one, I wanted to do something different because, number one, in order to flip the state of Texas, we're going to have to do something that we've never done. So I wanted to stay on brand with the fact that we would be different. I also wanted people to understand who the president sees as a real threat, and it is me. He also made it clear a number of times that he sees me as a leader. Those were his words, not mine.
Oh, thank God.
And so I wanted
We're
to
done
do
with
that.
this terrible
That's number
place.
one. Number two, I wanted to do a real announcement with actual people, nothing that was staged. I wanted the real people, and so it had to be in that moment. So I also wanted to make sure that we delivered a full speech that had all the substance there. So on that same day, if you were paying attention or if you were interested, you got the full meat of what it is that I want to do as the next senator in the state of Texas, as well as I did this with the people right there at home in my district.
So last night you told Laura Coates on this network that you don't need to get all the Trump voters in order to win the Senate seat, assuming you win the Democratic nomination. We should note President Trump won Texas pretty handily by about 14 percentage points. So you don't need every Trump voter, but you need a big chunk of them. Explain the math to me. How does any Democrat, but especially one who is progressive and outspoken, how do you win over Trump voters?
So this is what I want to tell you about. There's two things that we need to talk about that are separate things that I think both of them are necessary to win. Number one, we actually have to turn out more voters. If you do the research on the state of Texas, we typically rank the lowest in voter turnout, period, in the country. We've got to get that up. I want to say the most recent one that I remember, maybe
because of people like Zach.
50% of people turned out. When we looked at Georgia and we saw Georgia go blue, what they were able to do is they were able to get more people to participate. So that's number one. So for me, it was always about expanding the electorate. Number two, this is a great talking point that we have heard over and over and over, that maybe you need to sound like a Trumper so you can get Trumpers to be on board. But what we know is that there were Trump and Mondami voters. There were Obama and Trump voters. There were AOC and Trump voters. So a lot of people want to distill this down into something as simple as, oh, it's progressive or it's this. But the reality is that people vote for who they believe in. They vote for the people that they believe really care about bettering their lives. And what we know is apparent is that a lot of people have been turned off by Trump. When we look at Tennessee, I'm not asking you to look far north or over in California. When you look at the red state of Tennessee, he won that seat by over 20 points, yet it came within single digits. When you look at Mississippi, they flipped 2 Senate seats. When you look at Georgia on November 4th, they elected 2 Democrats statewide. So what I am saying is people are finally saying, you know what, even those that voted for Trump, because there's plenty that regret it. Yeah. And I think that those people would be more willing to listen at this point. But I think you've got to expand the electorate, and you got to talk to anybody who actually says, you know what, he played us.
President Trump appears to be losing his grip on a group of voters that helped him win back the White House. Puck News obtained new data that shows Trump's approval rating among young men plummeted to 46%, down 10 points from last spring. This data comes from a major report by a Democratic-led project called Speaking with American Men. It also found only 27% of the young men polled said Trump delivered for people like them, while 26% said he's made an effort but hasn't delivered. Joining us now,
they're saying 30 seats being lost for Republicans here. I think it might be more. And it's a warning sign for Trump in a lot of ways, because on everything here, he is taking losses with key groups. And two key groups here are economic conservatives and young men. These are people that re-elected him president. Young men, and it sucks, look, I don't even think I'm that young, guys. I'm almost 40. But let's just pretend I'm a young guy still. To see fellow young men to vote for Trump, really disheartening.
Yeah.
But they've already started to abandon him, and they've started to abandon the GOP. And that's a group that was really essential for them winning a lot of those swing districts and those swing states.
Thank God they're finally,
If they
like,
lose
all the
young
little
men,
Eichmanns are coming to their
they're going to
senses.
lose a lot of the tipping
That they
points
back
they
somebody
want.
who's going to
And
bring
also
their fucking
economic
parents to their
conservatives.
knees.
A lot of people who maybe voted against Trump in 2020 because he was just too nuts, but even liked his economy, a lot of those people held their nose and voted Republican again because they were like, Biden's been too friendly to workers and whatnot. The thing, though, is those people really don't like the attack on the Fed. A lot of right-wing, like economic right-wingers, see this as a very dangerous move.
No.
And they're not wrong.
No, they're not wrong. That's the progressive side. That's right. That's the right-wing side of progressive.
Independence. And you see people like Tom Tillis, like
economics.
Republican conservatives, say, "I'm gonna basically protest this move until Trump stops," and I'm sure he'll not be the only one, and he'll be joined by Democrats. And when you look at this leads to losses everywhere. In Texas, it leads to losses in Florida, it leads to losses in every swing state, because when you're losing 30 seats, you're going to lose them in all 4 of the big states. You're going to lose seats in New York, California, Texas, and Florida, because that's where most of the seats are. And also, as we've been saying, the Republican gerrymander in a blue wave, the gerrymander they use to win seats will only cost them more.
ICE.
Last Wednesday, Seattle police confirmed they saw ICE making arrests on Aurora Avenue near the Evergreen Washelli Cemetery. Mayor Katie Wilson issued a response.
It is unacceptable to kidnap people who are simply going about their lives.
Days later, an ICE agent shot a U.S. citizen in Minneapolis, fueling public outcry here in the Evergreen State. With 2 states now suing the Trump administration over ICE, we asked a constitutional law expert if that could happen here.
Washington's got a good team of lawyers who care very much about these issues.
So could Washington also make that claim?
I mean, sure. Washington shares a lot of the features of Minnesota and Illinois, and many of the claims in the lawsuit would be plausibly brought by Washington today. Washington and Seattle have not been targeted to the same degree.
We posed the same question to the Office of Washington Attorney General Nick Brown, and they said they, quote, wouldn't speculate about hypothetical litigation involving our state. They added they will continue to monitor events and do their job to enforce Washington law and protect Washington residents from federal overreach. Federal overreach is what the 10th Amendment aims to combat. It's what Illinois and Minnesota are using as a framework for their suits.
Saying that Minnesota is being singled out, saying that Minnesota is being forced to allocate its resources in ways that they don't want to. We're keeping our head down and wondering if and when that happens here.
A reminder, state and local law enforcement in Washington are already banned from working with ICE on immigration enforcement under the state's Keep Washington Working Act. I'm Maddie White, King 5 News.
Hey, this is Max from UNFTR with the macro take from the Midas Touch Network. As if 2025 wasn't bad enough, the start of 2026 has been nothing short of astonishing, with the Trump administration doubling down on destroying the global order. So our top story today covers the fallout from the illegal kidnapping of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. Now, apart from the serious geopolitical consequences of this brazen coup d'etat, this unconscionable violation of sovereignty might very well be the turning point of U.S. economic hegemony. All that and more on the Macro Take. So let's go. To dig into our top story on the economic fallout from the invasion of Venezuela, let's look at some of the top headlines of the week to add some context. The theme is international, because things are unraveling quickly, and U.S. economic policy is ground zero for all of it. So leading off, the Supreme Court was expected to release its opinion on the legality of Trump's unilateral, or so-called reciprocal tariffs. There's a lot riding on this, as Trump's tariffs have thrown global trade into utter chaos, increased input prices on U.S. imports, eaten into corporate earnings, kept inflation elevated, and forced the world to rethink alliances. Well, the SCOTUS punted for now, so observers are looking to next week for an announcement, and here's what you need to know. So the Trump administration has been pushing through tariffs under something called IEEPA, which stands for the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, a law from 1977 that grants the president broad authority to regulate commerce and transactions under a declared national emergency. The stated national emergency, of course, was the fentanyl crisis. Now, the logic is extremely shaky, and many believe that even the Roberts Court is going to have trouble justifying this maneuver. Granting such broad authority to the president has broader implications regarding executive power and cutting out Congress. So far, the lower courts have struck down the emergency powers argument, so it's up to the Supreme Court to finally decide. Either way, the one thing the Supreme Court has done is given the administration time to develop a workaround or several. And Scott Bessent, among others, has publicly alluded to the fact that there is a plan in place to do exactly that. Several provisions under prior trade acts theoretically allow the administration to re-implement the same tariffs temporarily and then continually reauthorize them. It would be a lot of work, but it's highly likely that this will be successful. The other path would be to work with this incredibly slim congressional majority that Trump enjoys at this moment to authorize tariffs retroactively. Now, this might actually be a lot harder to pull off, considering that there are House districts that have really taken the brunt from these tariffs.
More than any of their other games.
He's none too happy. So
I found this so much more entertaining than Morrowind or Oblivion or like Skyrim. This was the game I really liked from them. I've spent so much more time on this game than those other games now. I don't know, yeah, like I feel like, yeah, what am I at now for Starfield? Let's go see, like 10 days at 24 hours, that's 240 hours or something? Yeah, it's been a long time. Let's go see. My Steam, where is it? It's Steam Detective Fest, but first I want to go see what my Starfield hours are. No, I have 560 hours in this game. And that's the most, I think, that's definitely the most I've ever, no, I don't know, I think I probably gave more time to Oblivion over the space of like 10 years. But I think Oblivion's the only one that has that kind of rival. I don't know, I think I did play Morrowind for like 2,000 hours. So like, I don't know, I've still got a while to go. No cops, no cops. 1 star. Well, he'll have to catch the train. Have fun, 1 star. Hey, this one loaded. Okay, good. So how much money did I lose here? Or did I lose progress? I don't know. Did I save before or after I did all those ships? Oh, I think it was... right after Mercury Vanguard, 20k, 1934, 314, 825. $36 days. If this one loaded, can I get the quick save to load? Load the latest save, which is like there. 1205 or 15905. 1259. No, my save like was glitching. I think I would rather just stay here. Is this? This seems like from earlier though. Fleet 8 is up. No, Fleet 8's up. I did actually set them to mining, so whatever. I'll just wait. It's fine. Hate that sound. Can I leave? Yes. Leave. Fucking sirens.
If the SCOTUS knocks it down entirely, then U.S. importers even have a case to sue the government for a refund, and this would be a huge loss for the Treasury if they were to succeed.
Oh.
But it's unclear whether or not this is even going to be part of the decision, so there's a lot to unpack. More on that later when we talk about the New World Order that does not include the United States. Okay, so let's expand out from tariffs to look at trade more generally, because there was a huge movement in the U.S. balance of trade that the administration is definitely going to tout as a win. The U.S. Census Bureau and the BEA announced that the goods and services deficit was nearly $30 billion in October, which is down from $48 billion in September. So what you see here on the gold vertical lines is that our trade deficit has in fact come down substantially. What I really want you to look at is the divergence of the blue and the red lines at the end of the graph, which we'll come back to later. Here's why the Trump administration is going to claim victory on this, why it is in fact not a victory, and how it ties into the larger theme of U.S. dollar and demand destruction. Donald Trump has long said that he thinks the world is taking advantage of the United States because we're a net importer of goods and services. So in his mind, this is extraction, rather than a reflection of the fact that the U.S. economy is based on consumption. Now, it wasn't always this way, so that's why he's trying to force through this reckless tariff regime. Now, the downside of negative trade balance, where we import more than we export, is of course that it means that certain U.S. sectors like manufacturing aren't theoretically as competitive, but this is a very narrow view. There are goods and services we simply don't provide, and so we need to import them. Now, to be generous, it is a problem that U.S. trade policy over the past several decades was designed to crush U.S. competitiveness as we move to an increasingly financialized economy. One need look no further than the burned out industrial areas in the Northeast or the Rust Belt to see how we have deliberately crushed the U.S. manufacturing base. So, not a good thing. Now, let's allow that the Trump administration sees the problem clearly, even if they've misdiagnosed it and offered the exact wrong prescription. See, tariffs alone cannot fix the problem, as evidenced by the ISM manufacturing data and labor statistics. As you can see by the year-end ISM data release, every input of manufacturing is slowing down except for production, which is listed as growing over the past 2 months, but slower than in the past. So every aspect of manufacturing is in contraction, and it has been for 10 months in a row. Moreover, the labor data for 2025 bears this out as well, because it's estimated that we lost 70,000 manufacturing jobs. So Trump's tariff policy was designed at its core to reinvigorate manufacturing. But absent a national industrial policy and an actual plan, tariffs alone cannot do the job. Now, the last two major developments that set us up for our top story today are maneuvers happening outside of the United States. At the last meeting of the BRICS Alliance in 2025, Brazil handed over the leadership role to India, whose representatives unveiled their major initiative for 2026 and beyond, something called the BRICS Unit. Now, we've talked about BRICS before. We got Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Indonesia is now a major partner, along with countries like Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, and the UAE. Now, the BRICS Unit is a digital currency backed 40% by physical gold and 60% by a basket of BRICS currencies equally, so that there's diversification. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Each BRICS nation is also independently moving toward digital transactions internally. India's UPI system, Unified Payments Interface, is revolutionizing how money moves inside the world's most populous country. And they just announced in December as well that their UPI technology is going to be leveraged throughout the whole of Ethiopia. Now, it's important to understand, these aren't just payment apps. This is fundamental infrastructure. And the unit is designed to sit on top of all of them, creating unified rails that connect these digital ecosystems together. So here's why this is the most underreported story in global trade and finance. The BRICS is not ready for prime time, so I just want to be clear about that. But the priority of the alliance is to make this system operational so it can begin settling transactions among BRICS nations for things like oil. And you can probably see where this is all going. The biggest US superpower is the fact that the global currency of record is the US dollar. If you want to do multinational business and cross-border business anywhere in the world, chances are you're using the dollar. There are exclusions to this, but by and large, about 80% of global transactions are settled in dollars. More importantly, for our purposes today, this is also true of oil, and we call these petrodollars. They're not different from dollars, they're just dollars specifically used to settle oil trades. Now think about what we just pulled off in Venezuela. Without emotion or even shock at the brazen illegality of this maneuver, Venezuelan oil has long been sanctioned by the United States unless Chevron was involved and carved out. Same holds true for Russian oil since the invasion of Ukraine, also for Iran. Now Venezuela has still managed to sell oil on the global market, but they've had to sell it in alternative currencies and take a heavy discount. So what this means for us is that dollars aren't being used, and the two biggest buyers of Venezuelan crude are India and China, the pillars of the BRICS alliance, with China representing about 80% of the purchases in recent months. You see, the one thing that allows us to maintain our grip on the whole world economy isn't the U.S. military, it's the U.S. dollar. So interesting timing that the largest economy in Latin America and the two largest Asian economies just teamed up to create an alternative settlement mechanism to the U.S. dollar. And that leads us to an even more recent and shocking development. The other development that got relatively little attention in U.S. media was the soon-to-be ratified Mercosur Free Trade Agreement. So this is a highly contentious trade deal between the EU and Latin American trade bloc that includes Brazil, Argentina, Paraguay, Uruguay, and Bolivia. Now, there have even been protests and pushback among agricultural providers in Europe, most
I want to
notably in France,
and see if I can just, you know, if I can't, then I'll just
step because
I
certain
want to
South
get up,
American countries don't adhere to the same.
and I'm going to watch this
environmental
battle out of
and
my
health
window.
standards. So the opposition was so strong that a lot of people thought that it was going to collapse last year, but it was.
This is what I
reinvigorated
wanted. This
after
is why I
Trump's
played
invasion
Starfield for
and
600
overthrow
hours.
of
See it?
Venezuela. Now here's the thing.
See, it is a good game. This
Think
is like
about
this is
how
what X4 can't
significant
seem to really give me.
NAFTA was for us. Think about all the emotion. Those of you old enough to remember the discussions around it, it was a really big deal. And we saw over decades that it had a demonstrable impact on the United States, and not in a good way in terms of our manufacturing base. So free trade agreements like this,
I don't think my ships can die,
big
so I can just let them do the work
and
for
this
me.
one has
I
a
can just watch
long-term
it.
ramification on the
So
U.S.
fucking
stranglehold
cool.
over global trade. So with all of that under our
Galactic
belt,
space
now let's look
battles.
at the kidnapping of Nicolas Maduro and the overthrow of the Venezuelan government through this.
This is awesome. Let's see what the music sounds like. See if it's like all like crazy. I don't know. Yeah, we'll put the voice on just to see what people say. That sounds like Bear McCreary. You can see all these ships being blown up and stuff. Cool. Wait, so now it wants me to do something else. Go back to page so I can see what it's saying. Okay, so the defensive batteries have taken down the Vigilist advanced shields and it's now vulnerable to attack. Should open fire to disable 6 ships so it can be boarded. Okay. Cool. Now I want to just let my guys do it. Fucking sweet. Okay, let's go fight the battle now. But that was cool to do. I'm glad. I'm gonna start doing that in the future. I'm just gonna turn my face to the battle or whatever. Cool. It really is like a big giant space armada battle. It's going down now, too, bitch. Avast, ye scurvy dogs! I shall board thee from behind! Dock with 5 enemy ships, you say? Wow, look at that. Cool. Can I, like, see around it and stuff? Like, what the hell else is going on? What the hell is that thing? Did it dock? What the hell's going on? I think it did. That's like my ship, and it docked, I think. This is like a dock of the side of the ship. Where the hell are we? Fucking awesome. Like, I love this game. It's the closest thing to Star Wars that we've ever had. I'm looking forward to like actually beating this game, like achievement wise, so I can just download that Star Wars mod and disappear into a Star Wars world for a while. I like Starfield, and it won't feel cheesy if I have all the achievements, you know. I could break console stuff, give myself faster run speed and stuff like that. I can give myself, I don't have to go like buy stuff. I can just give myself 2,000 blends or whatever. Cool. Get up and let's see what the visuals look like in this fucking place. I love the creepy X-Files alien music. Cool. Those are my ships. They're like flying patrol. I've got like 5 ships now, and there's like a couple docked, I think, and then there's a couple like flying patrol. There's all these ship bodies out there. I should have looted them, but I don't care, really. Looting the ships takes too long. I suppose I could do that. I could undock and go loot it. Let's save now that the battle's over. I don't think there's any rush now, I don't think. So let's go out there and, well... I mean, honestly, I don't care about the loot. They don't give you weapons and ships, so I really don't care what the ship loot is. It's always just resources that I might need. Oh, did this work? Okay, yeah, we're sitting on X4. We're making money right on. And these things are farming. Maybe I should always have the order sell first. I don't know. Okay, I want this ship to remove all orders. I want all of these ships to remove all orders. Hi, kitty. It will just... Hi, kitty. You want to sit down? You can. Oh no, you want food. Okay, she's like looking at me. She's like, you need to feed me, and I'm like, all right, kitty, we'll feed you. Go get up, and I'm gonna feed you, kitty. All right, you ready? She's like, time for food. Okay, kitty, I can read your movements. I'm gonna feed you now. I know your whole shebang. Is it time for food? Alright, well fuck it, let's get it then. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, all of these ships, I want them to go and sell, or buy, yeah, sell, excuse me, sell silicon wafers. Oh, that one's empty. So's that one. Oh, he's only buying 160 more. Okay. Oh, now I want to take it somewhere else, but that's like it. That's the only other person buying it. Confirm. Then I will come back to the unassigned ships, so let's get them all doing stuff. So, I guess I will send all 5 of them, or at least, I'm sorry, the ones that don't have anything. That one, that one, that one. Oh, oops. Sell. They're all gonna sell. Okay, so good. We're not gonna DC. I'm going to go, since I took a whole bunch of damage, I'm gonna go see if I'm bleeding or fucked up or anything. I like purified water, and I'm only gonna drink purified water the rest of my life. After, like, still after, okay, so living in Denver for like 23 years, I just drank water from the tap. And eventually my best friend, he stopped drinking, like, water from the tap. And I thought it was kind of snobby. I was like, I don't have the money to buy purified water all the time. And now I do, but it's just, you know, it's just food stamps. And with the food stamps, one of the things I do for myself is I buy purified water. Between my mother's cooking and my food stamps, I'm able to buy 20 gallons of water every month. This velvet chocolate is so good. This velvet chocolate is some of the best chocolate I've ever had.
Lens.
We can't take a chance that somebody else takes over Venezuela that doesn't have the good of the Venezuelan people in mind. We've had decades of that. We're not going to let that happen. We're there now, and what people don't understand, but they understand as I say this, we're there now, but we're going to stay until such time as the proper transition can take place. So we're going to stay until such time, we're going to run it essentially until such time as a proper transition can take place.
Of course you are.
A lot has already been said about the pretense for the kidnapping of Maduro. It's about the oil. We want their minerals. We're going to steal their Bitcoin. U.S. oil companies want their money back. They have the largest proven reserves in the world, so we're just going to take the oil, as Trump has said on literally every occasion possible. So given the Trump administration's naked admission that these were indeed the reasons that we intervened because they seemed to drop the whole narco-terrorism thing pretty quickly, it's easy to see why these narratives have taken hold. But I just don't buy it. And here's why. Most of the negative economic trends that we report on have been long in the making. So over the past several decades, the United States has been on a determined path toward financialization, an economy based on nebulous assets like equities, derivatives, options, puts, calls, warrants, and leverage, lots and lots of leverage. And an economy can run on a financial engine so long as it has access to the fuel that it craves, dollars. Lots and lots of dollars. But what happens when that fuel runs dry? We put up with dictators all over the world, and we do business with many of them. We put a lot of them in power. Nicolas Maduro would have been thrilled to let oil flow to the U.S. refineries in the Gulf. And how do I know this? Because during the oil supply slowdown post-COVID, the Biden administration loosened sanctions and allowed Venezuelan oil to flow. Venezuela's intransigence was never the issue. Moreover, as has been widely reported, Chevron, an American oil interest, is still doing business there. Everything we're purportedly taking could have just as easily been purchased, and it wouldn't have cost the United States government a dime. So I just don't buy these as the chief reasons. This is about fuel, just not the one that everyone's talking about. It's about dollars, petrodollars to be more specific. The fuel that the financial engine of the United States economy requires. So as usual, the entire situation, this is all of our own doing. U.S. foreign policy has always been lacking in foresight, and here's what I mean.
Like being dependent on
sanctioned oil, such as Venezuelan oil, was still being traded on the open market, but it was paid for in alternative currencies like the Chinese yuan or even cryptocurrency. It's one of the reasons that the U.S. dollar has fallen dramatically over the past decade as a share of world currency reserves. We have weaponized the dollar by sanctioning regimes and forced these economies to find alternate distribution and currency conversion paths. So, this is a self-inflicted wound. When we print dollars, we don't just give them away, we sell them. And that means that these are also interest-bearing dollars. And this is a very good thing for an economy that runs enormous deficits because it means that there's a market for our freshly minted dollars in the open market. But it also means that these dollars come at a cost, and these have to be repaid. So if you cut off the number of people who buy them to settle transactions, you sell less of them. Again, I think it's all pretty straightforward. But some analysts have floated the idea that this is a sly foreign policy maneuver to punish China, since China purchases 80% of Venezuelan crude. But China has been front-running heavy sour crude from Venezuela and other states ever since Trump came to power because they saw this coming. In fact, they were so far ahead of the game that the Chinese government has begun converting many of their heavy sour refineries to handle lighter distillates that come from parts of the Middle East. So if this is the reason, the Trump administration is super late to the party. China has enough heavy sour crude just floating on barges that it can wait out Trump's entire term. Others have speculated that this is a shot across Canada's bow, because the vast majority of our refineries in the Gulf are built to manage heavy sour that comes from places like Canada, Mexico, and Venezuela. But Venezuela is a lot closer to the Gulf than the tar sands in Alberta. Maybe, but again, it's just a lot easier to lift sanctions and let the oil flow than it is to take over a country. So for my money, all roads lead back to money, specifically the dollar. We need petrodollars flowing because we have to refinance $9 trillion in US treasuries in 2026. So I think that this is a message to anyone who's thinking about trading outside of dollar-denominated systems, because maintaining demand for US dollars is not only imperative for managing our debt, it's what the entire economy is built upon. Manufacturing continues to decline. The labor market is shrinking, and a lot of that has to do with our mass deportation regime. Our global reputation is in the toilet. But so long as the world is doing business in dollars, we're in the money. And those dollars flow into US assets like real estate and the stock market, and it helps keep these valuations high. So if the demand drops for dollars, and the cost therefore increases, yields, then that money moves to bonds and treasuries and away from the other phantom parts of the economy that are propped up by the volume of dollars in circulation. Of course, there's a tipping point. There's something called the Triffin dilemma. Now, we've spoken about this before. The Triffin dilemma basically posited that the gold peg meant a limited supply of dollars would be subject to supply and demand shocks. Put another way, a bad foreign actor could theoretically manipulate the value of the dollar by hoarding it or liquidating supply. But this whole idea was essentially debunked in 1971 when Nixon pulled us off the dollar peg and allowed the dollar to float. So as long as the floating dollar was the world's reserve currency and demand was unlimited, then the dilemma was solved. All we had to do was maintain good trade relations and foster goodwill among trading partners. Also, everyone needs to have the faith in us that we're going to pay back our debt obligations. And in just under 1 year, the Trump administration has managed to revive the Triffin dilemma. Needlessly, but deliberately. See, by placing punitive tariffs on every country in the world, we have purposely devalued the dollar. It's down 10% from its high when Trump took office for the second time. Our enormous deficits require the sale of dollars, and the lower the value of the dollar, the more we have to sell. This is just a vicious cycle. Kidnapping a foreign leader of a sovereign nation and effectively taking over the country means that we are now a rogue and belligerent nation. So what does this do to trust? This increases the desire of foes and supposed allies alike to find alternative ways to transact, and that also means fewer dollars. So now, let's look back at that balance of trade graph because it will resonate even more. The administration has managed to largely accomplish its goal of balancing trade by increasing exports and reducing imports. That's the divergence at the end that we talked about earlier. But a deeper look into the exports themselves and the reasons behind this trend should cause panic in the markets. It won't, because no one's paying attention, but it should. The number one exported good that increased was gold. Foreign investors increased their purchase of our gold, and the reason that our imports decreased is because the value of the dollar is falling, which makes foreign goods and services more expensive, i.e. inflation. So what this amounts to is the hastening of de-dollarization. And it didn't have to be this way. It probably would have gotten there eventually, but not within most of our lifetimes. But the Trump administration's overthrow of Venezuela might have been the straw that broke the camel's back, leaving sovereign economies around the globe no other option than to work around the most unreliable partner in the world. If the value of the dollar and the demand for it continued to decline along with our manufacturing base because we have no industrial policy to speak to other than building data centers designed themselves to create labor displacing technologies, then we're headed towards a path of becoming unremarkable. If other countries find ways to trade with one another and cut us out and not use dollars, GDP will slow. If major oil producing and oil consuming nations can begin settling trades in BRICS units or other non-dollar based digital currencies rather than petrodollars, we lose even more of that exorbitant privilege. And look, as a long-standing critic of capitalist systems, it's easy for me to be unemotional about all of this. This is the end that the great anti-capitalist theorists always predicted, just not in such spectacular fashion, and at the hands of the person who literally considers himself the avatar of capitalism. And in many ways, maybe he is. For the Midas Touch Network, I'm Max from UNFTR. You can find me on YouTube and Blue Sky at UNFTR, and make sure to sign up for our free weekly newsletter at UNFTR.com. Like this video, subscribe to the Midas Touch channel, and I'll see you online.
Want to stay plugged in? Become a subscriber to our Substack at MidasPlus.com. You'll get daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, ad-free episodes of our podcast, and more exclusive content only available at MidasPlus.com.
Now we have like even more guys. Cool, look at this space prison. It's awesome looking, like Alien. Cool, you guys with us? Yeah, can you arm yourselves or whatever the fuck?
Right behind you.
Alright. Suppose I'll loot all these corpses. Advanced Negotiator. It does look cool. UC Genetag, we're 325. Advanced Drum Beat, I like the way it looks. Recon Stem. Military Genetag. Digipick credits. Infernal Mine. Credits. Synth Meat Hamburger. Inferno Mine, Side Star level 3. Oh, well, my cute kitty. I love her. I'm just cute. I would just keep, you know. I would just keep touching her all night. If you found a good spot, kitty, you can always sit here. It's a good spot, you know. I love my nice kitty. She's such a lovely kitty. Adachrome, it looks so good. Addiction symptoms. Yeah, I wish I could have this. This exists in real life. Adachrome or Addictol. It's called Ibogaine, and it's like a 24-hour psychedelic. But once you're done with that day, you don't have to smoke, you don't have to drink or do cocaine or heroin or anything like that. And also suppresses all of the terrible withdrawal symptoms. Really, really bad. It's more like you have a trip instead of withdrawal. And then at the end of the trip, you don't have withdrawal anymore. Drugs are wonderful. Ibogaine. Interesting stuff. Light particle fuse. Super cool. I like the way that thing looks. The super cool magnet. Why would they super cool a magnet? But it does look fucking sweet. Look at the detail on the item. Somebody really took some time on this. Super cooled magnet. Shotgun shells. Reactive gauge. Tau grade rheostat. Okay, maybe I should catch a... Oh, no, I'm probably still rested. Oops. Love the autosave thing. It saves me so much time. I have not complained about the saves ever since I got the mod. It's just saying a lot for me. I don't know. It's probably going to have to be, what, like that? Yep. And then... Don't lock ammo boxes.
Let's do this.
Oh, my cute kitty. I love her. Oh, she's a happy kitty right now. She's such a happy kitty. She's going for a roll. Yeah, you want your belly rubbed? You want your belly rubbed? Are you a happy kitty? Get off my table, kitty. I'm trying to use my mouse. Get off my table. You. Get your butt off my table. No, you can't be on my table. Yeah, here, come sit on my lap. Come sit lap. Yeah, here. Sorry. Come here, kitty. No? You silly kitty, you have like these love attacks, and I can see you have them, and then I always reciprocate, but
let's do this.
You can't be taking, you can't put your furry butt all over my table. Wow, you waited like 20 minutes to do that weird random thing, huh? I turned the voices on. Yeah, the tools aren't talking, which is good. Where do I go?
Primary weapons offline.
Oh God! Ah! Get out of my way! You're getting me killed.
Something's up.
Oh, 236, bitch. Fuck you. Don't know how I missed. Okay, I missed. I don't know. So dumb. Wow, I got through the whole list. Damn it, I just did this puzzle. I don't want that crappy piece of ammo. Here we go. Let's go ask the AI something. In the game Starfield, I'm on the mission that takes you to the UC Vigilance, and I'm wondering if there's a magazine on the UC Vigilance. And if so, where?
Yes, there is a skill magazine on the UC Vigilance, and it's very easy to miss because it's tucked away in a side office. Magazine details name, Skycatlive Catalog 02 bonus. Permanently increases the range and accuracy of Skycatlive weapons. Where to find it? You can find it on the ship's main bridge, Operations Center. Here is the step-by-step path. Take the elevator up to the Operations Center. Walk toward the main command area where Commander Kenda...
Okay, so there is a magazine here, and it's up there in the main.
Gravitics failure in the forward weapons bay.
We don't need to worry about any of the rest of the loot. Oh, you screwed up the quests again because I died. Oops. Wish you could go to the quest menu from that screen. And damn it, you took me back out again. I hate how you constantly reset my fucking quest arrow. It'll be nice when I have all of the storylines done, because then I don't ever have to do them ever again, I don't think, unless I want to, like, finish New Game Plus or whatever. Where do I go? Oh, that was it. Okay, so...
Alright, move in! Scum! Go! Go!
What? He one-shot me! Ugh. I like their overhaul mod, but then now they made it like way too one-shotty. Oh, my headphones are dying. No, and it's 2 in the morning. My shift is ending. Okay, go back into this thing. Give me the fucking mission. And there it is in there, yeah. What's in there? Why don't you fire? Why would you fire? Why would you fire? Fire, damn it! Fire the gun! You glitched or broke or something. What the fuck's your problem? Open menu, close the menu. Fire the weapon, fire the weapon, fire the weapon. Don't know. Reload, reload. Fucking stupid. Maybe I need to restart the game. Timed out of that train, but I still got passive income, which is good. No, you won't fire this weapon. Very bad, you won't fire this weapon. You won't fire this weapon. Why? I'm going to restart the game. You're so annoying. So, we want to go to the detective fast here while you load Starfield again. Abyssus. Very positive online co-op. Roguelite PvE. Brime Punk. It's a Minecraft game. Age of Mythology, Green Hell, Misery, Brotato. Oh. Okay, I think I'm done with GTA for the day, but I'm in the wrong house. Go back and change to the bunker. Preferences to the bunker. What was that? Odd. I guess, yeah. The last time anyone even wrote on the Mortal 2 forums was before Christmas, which isn't good. 3 weeks ago, I guess. Or no, Sunday. Make house doors openable by anyone from the inside, yeah. There's like 3 responses because the game is dead. I wonder if I was playing bad games and they're gonna die, like Rust, Eve, and Rust and Eve and Mortal. I think they're all gonna die because you can tell. You know, here, this was on January 6th. You can do that free here. Oh, cool. It's a shame Mortal 2 is dying. He who seeks to preserve his life will lose it. Yeah. Yeah, I liked these bad games that had good sandboxes. $200,000. I'll just see if I nail the truck mission for whatever reason. Let's go see what so recently I stopped playing EVE Online, Rust, and Mortal 2 because I find the PvP too toxic now. But I like those PvE sandboxes that those worlds have. Is there other games like that? And if so, what are they?
It makes total sense why you'd want to step away from those titles. EVE Online, Rust, and Mortal Online 2 are famous for having high-stakes emergent gameplay, but the full loot and
X4 Foundation, Space Engineers on the building side. Design every conveyor tube thrust from better inner ships captures than district feeling a V perfectly without the toxic chat. 7 Days to Die, Valheim, and Icarus. Fitch's Story is arguably the most hardcore survival game on the market. It focuses on the believable crafting. Well, yeah, but the combat sucked. I don't. They think Kingdom Come Deliverance is the gold standard for their directional combat. It wasn't. It's good they pitched X4. I think it's once human, honestly. Might run it. It ran once human in a while. I learned that no matter what settings you have once human in, they all lag your computer the same. So I'm just going to run it at ultra. Maybe they've improved it, who knows. I did not get the truck, but I should try. I should try and get this truck. It's good money. It will get me to my... You're going to make me do all my settings again, aren't you? So annoying. You better not. Oh, if the NetEase thing is really annoying, make it go away. Are you going to let me shoot my guns? You better not have, like, full-blown locked up and borked my save. That made me very angry. I'm out of Grand Theft Auto because I don't want to run these at the same time. What? Oh, right. My headphones died. Right. I should have been charging them. I'm an idiot. Oh, well. Okay. So, I want to... Oops. Not mute, but I want to change it. Yeah. Yes. Yes. And then... Oh, you downloaded a patch. Okay. I cannot fire. This save did bork. I have to go back to some other save, maybe like 10 minutes before. Or maybe my quick save. I think it brought me back to an exit save. Let's see if that works. If it doesn't, I'll go back further. Okay. Okay, so... Can I fire? No, I can't. So, I'm just gonna... I can't shoot my guns. I don't know. Let's go Google this. In Starfield, I can't shoot my guns all of a sudden. Oh, okay. Okay, so that might work. Let's load the most recent save. The exit save. And then I will do. I think I have seen a fix to this before. So you say go into first person, change all the video modes. Oh, there we go. Ah, that did fix it. It's a camera glitch. Okay, there we go. Nice, we're back in it. Yay. Save.
Get behind something!
Get behind something. You an enemy? No. Action. Where do I go? 60.
I advise a hasty retreat. It will save your life.
All right, move in.
I'm gonna go do something real quick. What? I should have saved. I killed so many people. Aberrant Progeny is about to come. New Vision preview. Who's shooting at? Is there somebody back there? No. Level 20 on Endless Dream. When does the next Once Human phase start?
I am no longer detecting enemy activity in this area.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. No, that's not it. I hate this lock. What's in there? I wish I would fight while I pick the lock. No. No. There, that might be better. This isn't it. See, you forwarded me again. Ugh. Try again, fucker. Make it easier. Yeah, you've been thwarting me too much. Is this actually it? I don't think it is. No. Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. Oh, is that actually it? Oh, yeah, it is. Here, I did it finally. This room sucks. I am definitely gonna save. Save.
All right, move in.
Did you save? Save.
Over here.
Move.
This is hopeless. Attention. Give some covering fire.
I want to start making my quick save like the plus sign. Yeah, I want to make quick save. I don't mind F5, but I would like I would also like plus, I think. Or I guess that's minus actually. It's minus. Yeah, the minus sign. So, or I don't know, or I guess it's equal sign. My equal. I want to make quick save my equal sign right there on the back key. Exit. And then I can go. And I just want to press it once. The voices aren't doing anything for me. I'm going to turn them off. Looks awesome. Are they scanning things from the real life, like, into a thing? Oh. Fuck. This other gun, the Revenant, does more damage than my fucking chain gun does. I'm just gonna put it on the wall or give it to one of them or something, because that chain gun doesn't do any damage anymore. I've had it too long. It's a nice weapon, but it doesn't do any damage. Oh well, I like this gun enough. It's got a big enough mag. Oh, not so good. Hell is it? Oh, it's a Tesla pylon. Nice. I think that's all of them. It is cool. I wish there was a use button. Nope, you switched up thing on me again. Reach the operations center. Ooh, alien genetic material. Please let me through. Please let me through. I love this game. Reminds me of Rust. It plays like a PvE Rust. Rust shuts you out at about as fast as these settings on this game. It really is like the closest thing I've played to Rust. These mobs will shut you out and headshot you. Yeah, I'm almost done with this mission. Let's go. Maybe I've got the wrong key. Oh, scenario registration. 115, that's in 2 days. With vision. Successfully signed up. Oh, look, and here's my character. Ooh, game's playing good. Let's look at the settings. Do you have my keys? Oh, you do. You have my keys. Oh, look, it's my character with all my keys and everything. That's very good. I'm wondering about your game setting. Not your game settings, but oh, look, I like Once Human, and I missed it. Look at graphics here. Full screen performance, very low. I have it set on very low, do I? Yeah, I do have it on set on very low, but all of it's. This is what I thought the settings should be with all these other games open, and I think I'm right. I can see that I'm right. I can see that the frames are usable, and the game still looks fucking beautiful. But let's bump it to Ultra and just see what happens. Fuck it. I don't know. These are the games that I want open. I don't know why X4 and Once Human would be that unhappy with each other. Let's bump you to very high and restart this client. You have it on Intel Zest because I have DLSS on the X4. And that is viable, but let's see what happens if we just stack the DLSS on automatic for Ultra everything. VSync. I wouldn't mind the VSync actually if it helps, honestly. Detail, vegetation, apply. And now, yeah, it looks good to me. Everything looks good to me. So now we're going to bump out and let it recache. Yeah, we'll just relaunch here. I like this Once Human character. I even like put a costume on her. She's a good character. I'll just keep her forever and level her on a permanent server and just keep playing the game. I want you to come to this. Yep, and then I want you to start game. Let's put loading bay back on the taskbar. I decided not to play this game because it was competing with other games too much, but I think it's doing okay. My guys are blue, their guys are yellow. Oh, I can't see. Get out. Wow, that loaded faster than it ever has before. That loaded faster, wow. Did we kill everybody? Yeah, I think we did. No, there's more guys. Love this game. It's like Hotline Miami. You go in there, just spray him in the motherfucking face. Get your kills that you can do with your mag. Where is this fucking guy? Kill him. Love this gun. I'm glad I did the pirate storyline because they gave me this dope ass gun, and it is actually really good. Oh, stop. Oh, are you pushing me? No, that's my robot pushing me. Where do I go? Reach the operations center. Where the fuck is that? Up? Okay, up. I guess. I don't know about up. Wait, damn it, can't you, like, guide me? I'm so lost in this fucking labyrinth. You need to give me guidance. You're so annoying. Where's the operations center? I have no idea. Why won't you give me guidance? Give me guidance. I have no idea where to go in this labyrinth. Stop talking to them. So annoying. Where is it that I go? You want to go over there, and it's 50 yards that way. Here's a way up, kind of. It just goes back out. So now let's go deeper over here. This place is so cylindrical and fucking crazy. Radioactive quantum edged combat knife. Advanced side star. Advanced aim, military gen tag. Yes, I do. Okay, I want to save. Pause. Yes, level 20, endless stream. I don't know what they're doing. Where do I go? Where do I go? Engineering, fluid storage. Will you guide me on the wall at least? Will the wall guide me there? I'm trying to go to operations. I don't know. It feels like it might be in there. I don't know, though. No, maybe down. What? Oh, here we go. Damn, this was like a whole crazy mission. Yeah, it's kind of like the Skyrim Whiterun battle, but now it's Vigilant. It's like it's like a ship. You look like an enemy, but you're not. Oh. I love not having to run around and loot. It actually makes the game so much better for me. I don't like looting after 30 years of doing it. I just don't really want to do it anymore. I don't think it's really that necessary of a thing. Coming from Final Fantasy XI, I know that it's not necessary and never was. The item should just enter your inventory the minute you kill something. It's fucking stupid. Makes us lazier, but I mean, those are the things that make video games really great. Gotta talk to the girl because I have a lot of books. Ooh, alien genetic material. Where do I go? Will you give me an indication now? You will. Where do I go? Where do I go? No, I saw an arrow there for a second, but now you're like blocking me. There's alien genetic material all over this ship. It's weird. Let me put my headphones back in here. At least it's guiding me now. I think I want to try a different keybind now. I've been debating what to make my 16 key. Yeah, that thing, and mouse spam left click wasn't it. I think I want to do the macro spam EF enter. Yeah. Let me think about that. Is that right? Yeah. No, it's spam F. Excuse me, it's spam F. Yeah. Apply. Yeah. Okay, and then let's try that. Let's see if that's a better setup. Oh, is this the operations command? Am I getting there finally? Oh no, 36. This is command center. Engineering control room and engine room. Oh, I should probably crack this. Okay, endless dream, enter game. And let's just see what happens when the X4's DLS says. I've noticed that this area is much more modern and it's more optimized. The older game isn't as optimized. Oh. Probably that, right? And then No. That maybe. No. This one, I don't like this one. You're bullying me. Give me a better one. Eh. That's not it, though. That's not it either. That's it. And you... Probably that, but I don't know which one. There, that's a little better. There we go, got it. Wasn't worth it. But hey, it's XP, I don't mind it. I want to add this to my wish list now. I think it is better. Oh, good. I've reached the operations center. That was easy enough. That wasn't it, huh? Oh, sprayed them all in the head. It was over really fast for them. I feel bad. They're cops. But they shouldn't have crossed me. Unrivaled Orion MK2. That's a rare laser rifle with high damage on it. It's worth quite a lot. We'll see. Love this gun. This gun takes care of business. It's the best gun I've had in the game. I'm glad I got it. Where do I go now? Speak to Adler Kemp. This isn't it, is it? No. So, mess hall, security. Oh. This is the operations, huh? So, I had the AI tell me where the magazine was. 7 Days to Die, Valheim, and Icarus. Oh, yeah, I logged into this game. Yeah, game's running great with the LSS. I don't think it affects it. Let's see. And yep, X4 is running really well too. Yeah, I'm gonna put Once Human back in the thing. It seems to be working better now. Okay, so we don't need to do any more, so oh god. What? Oh. Well, I saved, but I don't know if we're gonna get out of this right away. I'm out of meds. Oop. I'm glad I caught it. I'd have been like, why am I dying? I don't know. No emergency at all, huh? 17 emergency, and we used up the last of the those. So, okay, that's okay. I caught it. That's good. Now, get me out of here. Why am I dying? I'm dead instantly. What one-shot me? That doesn't make any sense. At least I can live and not lose the save. Come on. Go, run. Oh, that's further in. I want to go back out. Oh, move. What the fuck is going on? Ah, it was that thing. That thing killed me. My guys are wedging me. It's so fucking annoying. I want them to go away, kind of. Okay, good. Now, save. Now, this guy needs to die. You guys need to move before I get wedged. Go. The whole 10 seconds. Let's go. Go. Get out of the doorway. Fuck you guys. Now, I need, med kits. Nope. Med kit. We'll use this one. No, I used that one. Damn it. Okay, whatever. Oh, wait, he's friendly, right? No, I don't know. I don't think he is. He's friendly. Love this gun. This, to me, is what the MP5 and Rush should sound like. You know, I'll put my headphones back in. It does not sound like that at all. Because the Rust engine. Oh, you reset my thing because I died. I'll save again. No, that's not it. And then what else? Weapons bay, crew quarters, mess hall. Don't sit at the fucking table. Get up. Oh, Bethesda. Last rate suppressed advanced Eon. Might be good. It's got high damage. Want this to be over now. Can this be over now? There's that dude. We're going. The other place we're going is over here. I don't care about the magazine anymore. I just want out of here. Just let me out of here. That shouldn't be my response, but that's how I feel. Let me out of here now. What? Oh my god. At least I think I autosaved recently. Oh, yeah, I'm starving, am I? Yeah, it's because it's night. Oh, is it Lunar Revelry? I guess it is, huh? Well, that's not that bad. What do? I do build. And I will put down a base right here because who cares? And I will chop wood because what else am I doing? Cool. Cool, there's my house. Let's cook up some charcoal. And some steel ingot. Yeah, nice. But good, I did get a quick or an autosave. See, the autosave is way nicer. Because it definitely gets you out of those shitty situations. This guy's sure to be a dick. Let's see. Let's line up the shot and actually take him. He was out. So... Oh, there's a bridger in here somewhere. Alright, you want to play with a grenade launcher, do you? I like the stealth open. I didn't know that the headshots were instant. Okay, here we go. We're gonna trank him. He gets the dart. I better actually maybe like eat some buffs here too again, because this is a nasty room. I'm loath to use that, but we use some stuff. Some high value stuff here. Alright, fucko. Let's do this. Okay, I'm gonna save. I'm out. You want fire or something? Why would you fire? Get out of my way, you wedged me, you fucking pieces of shit. I hate you so much. You're so bad at what you do. Fucking Bethesda. Where is this tool? Oh my god, where is this tool? Fuck this guy, where is he? There you are. Where are you, tool? Out! Out! Out, fucker. Take that grenade launcher from him. That's where the turret was, huh? Save, this was good progress. Alright, fuck you, asshole. Where are you? Are you back up again? No. Fuck the 40mm dude. He fucking sucked, stupid Lieutenant Commander. I see you down there. I love the combat in this game. It's like the best chaos, I swear to God. How did Starfield end up having the best combat? I wonder how good the Elder Scrolls is going to be. If it's anything like this, it'll be really good. At the corner. Any other turrets down here? Save. Oh. This place was needlessly long. That's where you are. I was like, where the hell are you? Fuck you, asshole. See, this is video game fun that Mortal won't do. Like that. That's video game fun. Just take the corner with a shotgun, pop his head. Ah. Do it again. Oh. Like that. This gun's not too fun point blank. It's a slug shotgun. Yeah, you really don't want to take a headshot from this thing point blank. It'll probably put most humanoids out. Like, just full blown. Like, that's some kind of ungodly amount of damage, like 2,600 or something nuts. I didn't even see what it was. 570 or something. I love this fucking game. It's getting better and better as it goes, which I didn't think was possible. But the combat just keeps getting better. Ah. Oh god, don't kill me. No. I love this game. I can just cheat and max pain his ass. Oh, I got him too. Fuck him. Oh, wait, you're friendly. How did you come through that door or whatever? Okay, I don't know. I don't care. Oh, I laid out all my guys, I guess. Okay, how's this? Sleep to get rid of the poison. Oh, I love my little character. Oh yes, spread it. Panty shot. I love this game. I do love Once Human. I should play it more. I do actually really genuinely love this game. Meatless meal sounds good. Actually, I should cook something, really. Can I cook that stuff in the microwave? No, I need to use like a skillet, huh? Yeah, I guess I'll eat something. I just don't know what. I think I'll make meatballs and tomato sauce is what I'll do for dinner, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna stay up late tonight. I don't know why, but I am. I don't have anything to do tomorrow. No concerns or anything. I'll double check my calendar, but I'm fairly sure that I don't have anything to do but this, which is fucking awesome. Calendar. Where's the calendar at? Can't see it. There it is. Because I don't use it. Tuesday the 13th. I don't think I have anything, which is good. I didn't think I was going to live this long. Do I have stuff to bing on the thingy? 6460. God damn. Yeah, I'll take that. Play. Wait, no, wait. Ultimate reward. Yeah. I guess I can play. Play. Hit and spend 500. Yeah, do it. Nice. Got me a nice gulped lower BP sniper rifle. LMG, nice LMG frag skin, and some other clothing stuff, and a Scorched Earth BP, and an Icebreaker BP. It's a light machine gun, it's an assault rifle. Maybe the different styles of the guns are better now, I don't know. This game is super fucking long, like 76. It has so much shit. And they're just gonna keep making it crazier. Maybe Once Human is the other game I should play. Like, whenever, like, I'm done with, like, I noticed I've been staying on, Grand Theft Auto. I guess I should eat something while I charge my headphones. I've been staying on Grand Theft Auto and getting passive income, which is nice, but, like, you know, I'm not in the biggest rush to end that game. It's happening quickly. See, we made a lot of progress. So I laid out my dudes. I could help you, but I don't want to. Oh, yeah. You're naked. Where do I go? Nope, you turned off my quest again. Reach the operations center. Out of the way, out of the way, out of the way, out of the way. Where do I go? Oh. This was so circuitous and dumb. Oh, are you taking me back to this guy? Yes, you are. Should I talk to him now? I don't know. Reach the operations center, damn it. This is where the magazine's going to be, I think. Gotta look careful before I take anything, so I know when I take it. This will be where the magazine is, yeah. So, in one of these side rooms, down the hall from the main objective. Ah, goddamn it. Yeah, I'll cook some meatballs in the microwave and I'll put tomato sauce on them. That sounds fun. I will be right back. Wait. Yes, I will use this. Take this. Yep, that's a good amount. Throw some tomato sauce on this. Okay. Put you here for 4 minutes and just see how that does. Gives me some time to keep going. Oh, well, I'll kill the light when I pick up my food. I think I can probably run my headphones. I don't know if they're full charged. Oh, they are. So, okay, we're going to put the headphones back in. Oh. Odd. Yes. Ooh, can I do this? I can, but it's not very accurate. Steer me back to that one, like, brig, or that one room. Oh, I fucking slaughtered the sis Steph in this place. I'm gonna have 6 meatballs. That's my late night snack, or whatever you want to call it, dinner. Alright, so you say that this is this way. Get out of my way. Okay, over here. Over here? Yes, then. Awesome. It'd kill me. Everything in here exploded. Oh my god. Oh, salt, right. I remember I was making salt before I left. Yeah, nice. I like this game. It's a slow burn, but I like this game. weapons am I using? Sniper rifle and shotgun, that's right. Oh, she phased out there for a second. Oh, there, my dinner's done. Legacy's End, yay! What if they improve the menu screen? It could be good. I'm out of med kits. No, you were like lagged or something. You ate like 3 of them. What if I run out of med kits? No, I have emergency kits. Love this gun. It actually feels like a real gun. This dungeon is so long. I love this game. It feels so good like Rust. They will one-shot me. Fucking annoying. Double me and triple me. Abandoned ship. Should have shot her earlier. Could have killed him. Mass shooting time. Oh my god, let's shoot some cops. God damn. Too cold. I'm gonna have to buy more ammo for this gun, which is bad. I'll start buying ammo from the stores like every time. That's the docking port. I'm gonna be able to leave soon. Nice. I like the alarm a lot more than a normal alarm. Reminds me of Metroid. Docking ports. Docking ports. Where do I go? Oh, this is it, yeah. He canceled. I talked about him doing the self-destruct. Oh, good. I don't have to kill them. So up here, there's supposed to be a magazine in one of these side things. This is it, isn't it? This is the room. This is why I'm here. Come on, magazine. Where are you, magazine? This thing took like 3 hours or some stupid shit. Where's the magazine? Where's the magazine? I know it's in one of these side rooms. Get out of my way. Where's the magazine? There it is. There it is. Combat Tech Catalog. Oh, yeah. Mine now, bitch. Take it all. Take it all. As long as I find the magazine, I'm all good. This is a good place to stop Starfield, I guess. Yeah, I think I'll probably stop Starfield for now. Oh, nice. I love this game. Look how beautiful it is. I should rest, I guess. Well, I don't know. Having all this purple is good for chopping trees. I will. I put looting on my trigger finger. Am I like that full? What, oh yeah, 128 out of 130, huh? Okay, I guess I have to go drop stuff. Okay. So, I like the PvE. I can just leave the door open on PvE, which is nice. Merge. Merge. Merge? I don't know. GH. Yep, get all this back down again. Lunar Whispers and stuff. Yeah, I like this mode. I like the super hard mode. That's fun. It is fun. Love this game. Yeah, I want Once Human in the rotation. The only reason I took it off is it wasn't working well with, what was it? It was like Grand Theft Auto, I guess. It doesn't play well with Grand Theft Auto, but it wouldn't be a bad game to put in the background, like X4, Once Human, Grand Theft Auto, and then whatever main, like Fallout 76 or Starfield. Yeah, good shit. Those are good games. They all take so long. It feels good to get like real hardcore progress in them. Pink trees? Yeah, pink trees. Oh, my heated throw is on. I'm gonna turn it off now. So... Oh, that one-shot me. Nice. Well, let's crawl out of this thing, I guess. Huh, lightning killed me. Snow Panther pants damaged. I love that I got the magazine. Now I can just slowly loot this terrible place, and I convinced him not to blow it all up, too. I should have turned on the voice at the end. Oh well. That was that shishi room, but we want to do this shishi room now. And now I can return to the key. We're done with this place. Yay. Well, I don't really want the music because I'm going to listen to a video while I eat dinner. I'm just waiting for it to cool down. I don't know if I cooked it long enough, but I believe I did. Oh, nice, yeah. Oh, nice, yeah, I can just jump down. I love this game. It's not interested in wasting your time. Boy, the graphics are big. I'm sorry, the graphics are good. I'm sorry. The graphics are good. I'm sorry, I didn't mean the graphics are big. I meant the graphics are good. Boy, the graphics are really talented. Look how talented they are. Look at them jiggle. I love the graphics. Panty shot. Oh, nope. Give me a different one. Yeah, give me... No, it's the other one. Oh, that's... Remove things. How do you over the shoulder? Is that Alt? No. How do you do that? It's like... Tab using the roulette wheel. I don't remember how to go over the shoulder or whatever. What's that button? Settings, shop events. Ooh, do I have stuff? Shop events, shop, loot crate, events. Invite. Copy to click forward, start with shop. Can I buy that? Oh, I can, huh? Buy now. Buy all of them. 1460. I'll take, sure. I don't care. I don't care about the skins. I'll take the stuff to make my run better. So, meeting gift pack. Exclusive event. Weapon amplifier. Claim. No, not fully claimed. But you say claim. Oh, you liar. More. Oh my god. Is there more thingies here? Stop. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Instagram. See, these people are smart. Exclusive event. More. Power collaboration. Enter party. Island guy reward. Kativas. Follow Kativa in the water to pick up their rewards. Companion check-in. Nice. Buy now. There's so much weird schmeckles. Get out before the lightning hits. No, no. At least I'm not like bleeding vision anymore, and I still have like a nice bonus. How do you go over the shoulder? I can't remember. Control? No, it's not control. It's like, keyboard. Aim lock. Holster. Switch it over the shoulder. Hotbar. Chat. Story. 1 and 3, huh? All the rest of them I don't have keybinds for. Melee attack. Place vehicle. Quick switch. How do you... Oh, is it exploration here? Float, increase height, dive, and decrease height. Nope, standard. I want to look over my shoulder. I don't see it. Whispers, cosmetics, survival, symbiosis, build, battle pass, sign up event settings. Holster, weapons, switch cameras, caps, that's what it is. So, I don't want it on caps. I want it to be on alt. Yes. Yes. And then, voice chat is X, which is good. And then alt will be my change view. Now we can get a panty shot, hopefully. Panty shot? Yeah, little pink panties. Little pink panties. Oh, yeah, there's some panties. Panty shots. Kind of hard to see, but... Yeah. So, go back. Panty shots are important, you know. Okay, so... and then... back to YouTube. Let's go to the gaming channel for right now. Where did the gaming thing go? There we go. Give me new and trending things. Live Arc Raiders with Gingy. This job ain't easy. Quarantine Zone Part 2. Yeah. Roblox best gameplay. Working the night shift alone. Roblox. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Trump used this to capture Maduro from Asmongold clips. Do not recommend channel. Jinxie, Musty 2v2, and Rocket League. This is a British propaganda game. These idiots versus Dio. So many people are playing bad games. Oh God. The broom and the broom needs to go, and so does the one that makes sound. I'm gonna get rid of the ones that make sound. Yeah, I don't care for these things. I don't need them to passively farm for me. Hi, kitty. Don't get on my ribs, kitty. You just like come straight for my ribs. My fucking damaged ribs. You come straight like you're gonna jump on them. I was telling my mom about it the other day. I was like, she just jumps on my ribs. She can smell that I've cooked meat and she wants to eat it, so she's come to harass me. It's fucking annoying. There, that thing, well, I don't know. I guess I can go up higher. Yeah, I like you, kitty, but it's dinner time. Okay, so I will have some meatball. I don't know. some more. Because they're cold now. God damn, the game is beautiful. It's got the Unreal trees, but other than that, it's really good. That tree's burning or something. I liked Icarus because you could burn down the forest, but the storms weren't too good. Maybe a storm is a better reason to do stuff than, but no, it like times you out. Anyways, how are we doing on money here? Doing pretty good. We finished this mission. I want to save. We found the magazine and we are victorious in every respect. It's sweet. We are done. We get to leave this terrible place now. Take me out of this terrible place now. Yay, little duck. And we're done with that quest. Maybe I'll get an achievement. I don't know. We'll find out. What is that? What is that? Okay, time to eat dinner now. We got the vigilance quest done. Move, you. Move. Yes, you. Move. Wait, never mind. I need to talk to you. Lots of XP. Yay. 30 books. Learned astronomer. Hi, Kitty. I don't want you on me again. Not right now. I know you want to harass me because I'm going to eat, but don't harass me. All right, and we gave books to the little girl, which is good. I've been meaning to do that. How much XP did I get there? Yeah, take me up to my bridge. Cool. Okay, save. Cool, I'm done with this stupid, annoying, long mission. Yay. I should run the houses, but I'm not ready yet. And it's late. I should go to bed. I wish it would say the name of the game on the fucking tag. I'm gonna blow my nose. I'm just gonna go back to the main page. You can't seem to entertain me with gaming content anymore. You guys aren't making anything good. I remember this lady. Let's find out about her. Fuck it.
What is going on, YouTube? Fascinating Graveyard. Today we are at the Forest Lawn Cemetery East here in Weddington, North Carolina. We're in between Weddington and Matthew, North Carolina, kind of in that gray area between both of the towns. And today we are here to visit the grave of Lisa Robin Kelly. Of course, many, if not all of you, know her
Foreman's
from
sister.
That 70s
That's Foreman's
show.
sister.
She played Eric's older sister, Lori.
I wonder if
Originally, she was
I wonder
born
if David
March 5th,
Hyde Pierce got a hold of
1970
her.
up in Connecticut, was raised down here in North Carolina, and after graduating high school, she went to the DePaul University, went to the theater school. In that school, she graduated, and of course, she went out to Hollywood because she wanted to become an actress. And she was in a couple TV shows earlier on in her career. She did a spot on Married with Children. She was on The X-Files.
Oh, I was
She
like, where do I
played
know her
on
face?
One of my, I believe my sister's favorite television shows, Charmed. Okay. And she was in a couple B movies. She was in actually a major theatrical release, Jawbreaker. I've never seen that movie.
Oh, yes,
But
Jawbreaker.
anyway,
I was
so,
like, that. I've seen her in a movie.
Of course, later on, she scored what a lot of, would be actors and actresses' dreams, and that is a paying gig on a major TV show. And she was very, very cute, as I could remember her. And she played on that show, and that 70s show was actually one of the last, I would say, that was the very last television show that I would actually sit down and watch.
Mm-hmm.
And she played on there for about
Yeah,
the first
Fox
3
died,
seasons,
and I just stopped
then
watching it.
She left.
I stopped watching it
because I
yeah.
believe she started having problems with alcohol and drugs.
Probably because of
So
David
she
Hyde
went to go
Pierce.
try to clean herself up. She
Is this
returned
another David
in
victim?
season
It's gotta
5 for
be.
a few episodes, then she left again, and then she was later on permanently replaced by actress Christina Moore. She had a very, very troubled life.
Yeah,
if
meteoric
you will.
rise.
Alcoholic, sadly, and alcohol does not look good. It does not look good on a pretty girl that
No.
Lisa was. And she had her run-ins with the law. She was arrested in August of 2010 for DUI out here in North Carolina. She had
Meth.
kind of some
Meth.
domestic violence charge.
Probably David
on
Hyde
March
Pierce.
of 2012. Later on, she went to get married to a man 20 years older than her, I believe. His name was Joseph Gilliam. And then they got into a ruckus, and she got a domestic violence charge out of that.
DV.
On June of 2013.
She beat his ass?
She was arrested for a DUI out in Los Angeles. Her car was parked on the I-5, like right at traffic. Somebody could have just ran right into her. So she was arrested then for a DUI, and then she went later on to check herself in a rehab. She went to the Pax House rehab, and she was, trying to clean up her act, Just one of these really, really sad stories of these Hollywood actors and actresses with substance abuse problems, and they let their problem get the best of them. And unfortunately, that's what happened to her on August 15th of 2013.
2013,
Lisa
that's
Robert
too
Kelly,
young.
died. I believe the coroner's office reported that it was an accidental drug overdose.
Heroin,
And
meth.
it was a mixture of drugs that unfortunately
Cocktail.
took her life.
Cocktails are stupid. You don't ever mix drugs. You can mix drugs one after another, but you can't mix them. That'll get you sick. I'm glad you're here with me, kitty. I'm sorry I was so mean. See, now that the meal's gone, she doesn't care.
And this is the final resting place of
Robin Kelly.
Lisa Robin Kelly,
Lisa
right
Robin
there. March 5th, 1970 to August 15th, 2013. Very, very sad story. Very, very sad story. She should have been a way bigger actress than she was, and unfortunately, drugs and alcohol, they take their toll. Hollywood's, the vices that Hollywood has to offer, fame and money and notoriety, but you just kind of go down that dark path. Very, very unfortunate. And yeah, just a sad story at the end of the day. So rest in peace to Miss Kelly. Okay, guys. I am Lamont at Large. I'm out of here. I will see you on.
That's all the video was. He visits her grave. From that 70s shows to 30 years behind bars. Yeah, did you fuck up Robin? At least Robin Kelly. Fascinating graveyard. Oh my god. So he visits graves. That's his job. Not a bad job.
Before I start today's documentary, a quick shout out today.
October, 3 weeks later, some old guy they found dead.
I mean, come on. They would, right there at that place where they found dead, and he had a bowling ball, like a bag over his head. Ricky Smith was thrown over. I mean, they say he just fell over, but no.
What's that guy's name? Jeremiah? Got killed? Remember they stabbed him? The one they stabbed about 30.
Oh, I know. Oh, that was Zachary.
Zachary.
That was the worst.
That was a
Yeah.
girl got him naked, really.
The girl went in, Amanda, one girl, and there's like 4 guys, but one fell outside. Amanda went into the bedroom with him, whatever, and his pants were down to his ankles, and then they come in here and went to ball bat.
Be able to get away with murder right here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because that's one thing I'm hearing, so I guess.
He's probably got a couple of holes already dug back there somewhere, don't you?
You got the boys.
That's all down the end.
Say I got killed today, you wouldn't see it in the newspaper. You wouldn't even hardly hear anything about it. It amazes me. They say they found a body up on the railroad tracks. You never hear nothing about it. You'll hear about the funeral if it, when the funeral's going on. Other than that, you don't hear nothing about it.
Believe me, you don't want to go over and be the target. Come on. As a deer, ain't it? Worse. Deer running from you. That's what I have to make the move. Get up there.
It's good knowing you, like good people.
Yeah, her. Shut up. I used to buy shells for that 20 gauge and stand here and shoot the whole box.
You all guys are related, yeah?
Alright.
Yeah.
So how are you two related?
That's my nephew. That's my uncle.
And
that's my boy, you know that.
That's not. Well, that none ain't really related, but we'll claim him.
So is it mainly like a family?
Here's the real America. This is how America actually is. You can either get down with it or you can't. But this is what America's actually like.
Anything in Hollers?
You could say. So, random times people just pop in out of nowhere and buy a piece of land, and after a couple of years they just end up either staying or leaving. So
I like the people that I like. I mean, there's good people here. But if I knew what I know now and was going to buy this place, no, I wouldn't buy it. I'd have stayed in Cleveland.
So what is it today that you know about Phelps that made you wish that you didn't buy it?
The crime. The first day I lived in this town, I went to the hardware store and got a hose. And somebody said, oh, you better keep your eye on it because it was an expensive garden hose. I said, what do you mean? They said, oh, they'll steal that. I said, what do you mean? I moved from Cleveland to get away from that kind of stuff. And they says, nope, they'll steal anything they can sell here. I'm like, you got to be kidding. 1,200 people in this town and you got to worry about stuff?
Orthodox means you're right-handed. I don't know.
Beer tomorrow.
You ain't going to. All you gotta do is bathroom or brush your teeth. That's like you want to go to the college, but you don't want to smell like dick tomorrow. What's he talking about?
I ain't going to.
I'll be your new gynecologist. First, you got to numb it. You got that bubble gum skunk gumbo.
Why do you think so many murders in Phelps are unsolved? So everyone I'm speaking to are telling me this murder's unsolved, this murder's unsolved.
You
Why?
want to tell you the truth, and not one of us give a fuck about the dope head. You're just another dope head. Go on, see you. If you're doing that kind of dope, you're playing with death anyway. First of all, the game is not the game no more. You act like you gonna go buy some dope. They say, give me your money, motherfucker. You ain't getting no dope. You know what I'm saying? Or they give it to you, get your money. You might last 2 or 3 times. But when you run out of money, they give you something to help you out real good. They give you that shot that you always wanted, the one that fucking kills you. I came up tough, not dodging no fights, and I was 10-0, and I got this big opportunity to go to New York and fight, and so I jumped on it, and I was Oleg Maskayev, a Russian drill sergeant. He was born and raised to fight.
With black trim, weighing in at 223 pounds, he has a record of 10 wins with no defeats. Ralph, Wild West.
My trainer made more money than I did.
And how does that make you feel?
That makes me feel like shit, because God rest his soul, he was murdered by his stepson for dope, pills, whatever.
Shake hands now. Good luck to both of you. Return to your corner.
Arthur McKenzie, of course, still one of the game's best. Maskayev won loss in 18, West unbeaten in 10. No names, by the way, on West's record.
I was cheated. I got hit by the elbows and everything. I didn't know how dirty it was back up on top of the food chain, but...
Maskayev, surely. Yes, he's got him now. It's all over for Ralph West, who went south.
It seems like they're hanging on to these guns like it's some kind of like security blanket. Like they know that the only control they have over the madness of the people around them is this threat that they can just shoot them if they come in the front door. And so they wear the gun like a security blanket, when I feel like, I don't know, it's not his fault, you know. It just sucks. Like that. Yeah, you want to sit down? You want to sit on me? Yeah, you come sit. No, I'm not gonna put that down. You can just come sit if you want. You want to sit in my lap? Come sit in my lap. Yeah. Hi. Hi. I believe it is time to go to bed. I don't want to, but it's fucking 4 in the morning, so... Oh, kitty, I love you. So, quick save. Yeah, we'll do a perma save here. Log out of this game. Exit game. Goodbye. Oh, no, I wanted to leave. Quit. How do I quit this game? There it is. Confirm. Exit the game. Just exit. Hi, kitty. I love you so much. Yeah, you're a good kitty. You're perturbed with me. I don't know why. It is 4 in the morning, and she's like, why haven't you gone to bed? So we can cuddle. And I'm like, alright, fine, I'm going to fucking bed, relax. Okay, going to bed. You're not my wife, kitty. No. Stop recording. No, I want to say you've been watching Skycatlive. I'm a full-time Friday gamer all day, every day. I'm going to do my station identification here. You've been watching Skycatlive. Come to skycat.live and click on the cat space to donate. It's a PayPal link, or come to the Twitch or the YouTube and give me a like, sub, or a follow. And thank you so much. I will be back tomorrow to play some more video games. And yeah, and I love you guys. Thank you so much for your time. I'm going to post I'm going to post to my channel the videos that I recorded today right now, and then I will stop the stream.